Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Late start Sunday. What's up? What's up? What's up? Man, we had a good day of boxing yesterday. Good day of boxing yesterday. Shout out to Trayvon Marshall, though. Shout out to Trayvon Marshall. Sorry the young man got stopped. It's all right, man. Minor setback to a big comeback, brother. Minor setback to a big comeback. Other than that, good fight, man. All these fights were good. AJ looked good, better, should I say? AJ looked better. My guy Gary Antoine Russell clipped him, got him out of there. Navarrete got, however you pronounce his name, had a real good fight, bro. I thought those scorecards was a little bit wide, bro. And I don't like how Manuel Navarrete fights, dog. But whatever, bro. That dude right there shows you why there's so many why I don't really like them little weight classes like that. Man, that dude keeps moving up in weight class, and no matter how many weight classes he moves up, he's still the biggest guy in the ring. Dog, I don't put all that weight into them little itty bitty ass weight classes, bro. But 122, 126, 130, you're starting to get kind of there, though. You know what I mean? Thomas Hill in the building. What's up, man? Says salute to the Don for non-international boxing, to all those who will grace this live stream in the chat with their presence. Much light, love, and prosperity to y'all each and every day. Let's talk this boxing. Exactly, bro. HMC in the building. What's going on? Timothy Stoudemire, my man, what's happening? My man, 100 grand. Even though you know we be arguing all the time, you still my man, 100 grand. Dog, Timothy Stoudemire, I was thinking about you and that other young idiot. Not you, because you're not an idiot. I like you, Timothy Stoudemire. I know what the deal is. But that other young idiot yesterday, man, really made me doubt. I was like, wow, bro, I hope that kid jumps back on. What a flaming idiot. But God dog, I have to get better at talking to idiots. I have to be more patient for people that spew venom and then just say ridiculous things. I thought about that so many times, bro. Hey, what's going on? Linwood All said, let's get these payments. Simplify 757 VA. Yes, sir. Shout out to the armed forces. Shout out to all the men of discipline in the armed forces. Right, y'all are an example of what we need to be doing, walking around every day in in everybody's regular lives. Like my man Neely Fuller Jr. says, we need to stay on wartime. Ain't no need to celebrate. Stay on a wartime. Stay on a war footing. Taking care of your business constantly. What's going on, Ralph? The one, Red, Be Easy in the building, baby. What's happening with you? Always good to see you. Richard Hill, my noob. What's going on? My man, Linwood Hall. Thank you again, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you, bro. Be Easy. And Army Mike. Army Mike. What's up, man? Ernie V in the building. Vlad's dad. What's going on, Vlad's dad? What's going on, Nick Balling and Spencer Taylor? Richard Paris. Salute to the king of the PayPal. Salute to the king of the PayPal. My guy, Richard Harris, my man, Richard Paris. Thank you, brother. D Free, the winning team. Y'all out here looking good. The Russells out there looking good last night. They looking good last night. They doing their thing last night. Yeah. And I loved it because it was so quick. I turned on the card right during that fight. Like, bingo. I was like, oh, yeah. Right in the air. Boom. Got him out of there, man. What's going on, Virgil Wembley? Anthony Christie says, still love you, Spence. Hey, that's what matters. I'm trying to tell you. Stand by the dude. Stand by him. Stand by the dude. Support his fights, buy his fights, just like with Deontay Wilder, just like all these other people that think as soon as you lose, somehow you can just sweep people under the rug. I'm going to support my dude, bro. I'm going to support Terrence Crawford, too, when he loses to Jaron Ennis. Y'all going to throw his ass under the bus when Jaron beats him. But I won't throw him under the bus. I won't throw him under the bus. I'll be out there doing videos calling him an all-time great fighter. The boxing matchups with D Free, the winning team. Say Gary Antoine looking new and approved. Yeah, man, he looked sharp, man. He looked good, looked sharp. Love that he's back in the ring, bro. Cornelius Burnett say, yeah, Gary Antoine, it's Gary Antoine, not Antoine Gary though, but it's Gary Antoine Yeah, man, he's the truth, man. AJ fought a dude who fought a week ago and didn't train for him. Wilder will kill Joshua. Look, man, he fought a guy that fought a week ago. That means he was sharp. The man had a knockout a week ago. And Robert Delaney is a good fighter. Robert Delaney, I'm happy, man. I'm happy about that AJ fight. Thank you, brother. Thank you, boxing matchups. D-Free. I'm happy. We're gonna get these links in early, though. We're gonna get these links in early. I want somebody to explain to me how Monster Inoue is the A side over Anthony, over what's his face. I want to know. I want to hear you again, IOU. I'm serious, man. You jumped off that chat yesterday because you was irritating me so bad that I had to keep you in the back. But you are more than welcome, son, to get your ass back on here. You can explain to me this stuff again. Because I need to know how you think. I really, truly, truly need to know. Similar to the way I need, Boots been waiting for Daffy Duck's contract. No, I mean, look, he ain't ducking him. Don't get me wrong. I ain't ducking him. I'm not into that. I'm not doing the duck talk on him. There's way too much duck talk. Haney is never going to fight Jaron Ennis, bro. I hope Jaron Ennis stays at 147 for a long time. I hope he gets undisputed at 147 and sits there. So y'all got to go up there and fight that man. And we can hear all kind of excuses about I need more money and all of that. Champy, you out here saying dumb shit. He took a dive against Wilder. They have money in Japan. They have money in the United States, too. They got more money in the United States. They have more money than in the United States. The first person to call in off in the shower, I'm out. Oh, don't worry about it. I won't let that slide the next time. I just wanted a man to continue to make, because he wanted me to throw him off fast. So sometimes, you just gotta Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. This dude is a star with a $1.5 million purse. Essentially, sports, and they be saying anything, bro. How much is this dude? A purse of $1.5 million. This man get a purse of $1.5 million in Japan. Either 1.5 million or 5 million. Somebody said 5, but that's probably an exaggeration. AJ ain't fighting Wilder. Yeah, he is. That's what they say they doing. That's what they said they're doing. Click the link, Champy. I need to understand that. Click the link, Champy. Haney is going to stay clear of Russell. I mean, dude, don't get me wrong now. That dude is not Gary Russell. That dude is not Devin Haney. That dude is not Devin Haney. It's going to be harder to find Devin Haney. It's going to be harder to find Devin Haney. Much harder to find Devin Haney. But Haney said he would fight him. What's going on, man, Mr. Hanif?
How you doing? You watched the fight yesterday?
I watched the fight yesterday.
Yeah, it's interesting. It wasn't the knockout didn't happen as quickly as I was expecting, but listening to Joshua's comments afterwards, sounded like he said he was doing tactical stuff to prepare for the Wilder fight. So I think that's why he was a lot more conservative. He wasn't letting his hands go as much, because obviously when you let your hands go and Wilder catches you, we've seen him do that to Brazil. We even saw him do it to Helenius, where Helenius came all out and he just got tapped. So it looked like it was something tactical from him.
We've seen him do that with about 40 people.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So it looks like he was using that fight. Yeah, he was using that fight to prepare for Wilder, and that's why I think he wasn't letting his hands go. I mean, I'm just excited these two dudes are fighting, man. That's like the main thing for me. Shit, I'm just excited they're fighting, especially after the mess of Fury not fighting Usyk and all that bullshit. I'm just glad we got another big heavyweight fight. But what do you think of Joshua's performance? What do you think of how he's looking under Derek James and all that? Is just sort of what I want to
I
ask.
think he looked. First of all, I think the two dudes that they fought were right around the same level. Like
Yeah,
Jermaine Franklin, and Robert Helenius. I think they were both around the same. I think they're around the same level of fighter. And I think he looked better. He looked less stiff. He looked more fluid in this
his
fight
feet
than
were
he
better,
did in his
weren't they?
last fight. Yeah, he looked a lot better this fight than he did last fight. And I thought what he did was he was breaking a dude down. Like I knew the stoppage was coming maybe 2 rounds ahead of time. Because I was like, oh, he's just steadily thumping him. Because Anthony Joshua got some heavy ass hands. So those jabs that were landing to the body, the jabs to the body, the jabs straight up the middle, them suckers was hurting that man. So I was like, okay, he's just setting this dude up. He's just breaking him down, and he's looking for that, hook. Maybe about a round and a half before it ended, he started throwing throwing a right, changing his straight right to a hook. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's about to land on him. So yeah, I was definitely like, yeah, I liked it. I thought it was a good fight. Like I said, man, I tell people I like Anthony Joshua. And plus, dude, I watch boxing, man. I'm not over analyzing stuff, like looking at it and like into the nth degree of detail, or like where he put his foot in here. And to me, that ruins a little bit of the fun of watching the boxing match. So or doing like what Teddy Atlas did and speculate, oh, this guy was trash when he fought him, and then nah, man, I enjoyed seeing him knock somebody out. That shit was fun. You know what I mean? It was fun to see him knock somebody out. So to me, I just enjoyed the fight, and I know that he's going to be fighting Deontay, and I think Deontay is going to decapitate him, but he's definitely preparing for Deontay. He knows what he's going to do, and we're going to get to see the fight. And I would rather see Anthony Joshua knock out Robert Helenius than watch this ridiculousness with Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou. So, he's fought. Let me put Anthony Joshua just knocked out somebody better than Tyson Fury is going to be fighting for the championship belt in this next fight. I think you must have left or something.
Sorry, I had some issue. I've rejoined. Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay, I got you, man.
Yeah, sorry, I just didn't catch that last bit because it went off for some reason on my phone.
Oh, I was just saying that I enjoyed the fight, and that I think it was a better win for Anthony Joshua than Francis Ngannou, than the Francis Ngannou fight with Tyson Fury that's being made.
Yeah, that's bullshit. If Fury wants to fight Ngannou, fair enough, but the WBC should have stripped him.
Definitely for defending a belt, because the next thing is going to happen is that somebody's going to fight Jake Paul for a championship.
100%.
That's the next thing. You're going to have David Benavidez say, "Hey, I want to fight Jake Paul. Come on in, Jake. Come on, Jake. Let me give you a shot at the or Canelo fighting Jake Paul as a joke." It's ridiculous. But I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for coming on, man.
Good speaking to you. No worries.
Always, man. Shout out to everybody out there in the UK, man.
Cheers, bro. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I think it's a trash. I thought that was a trash fight. I think that's a trash. It's a better fight than that trash fight Tyson Fury got coming up. Yeah, he's been waiting for the IBF a long time, man. Hope Charlo ain't going back to 154 and drop those belts, so Bud ain't going nowhere. Dude, if he gets knocked out by Canelo Alvarez, what good does that fight do? To go right in there with Terrence Crawford. I would much rather see the Boots fight than see the than see the Jermell Charlo for 3 belts fight. Even though I don't mind seeing it, or the Keith Thurman. What's going on? Hey, what's going on, Richard Hill? How you feeling, brother? Hope you're doing well. Hope life is treating you well. But y'all jump on here a little early today, man, because I ain't, I'm in here for a short time. I'm in here for a good time today. I ain't in here for a long time. Yeah, I'm in here for a good time today. I ain't in here for no long time. So click that link and chop it up. Raheem Sator said, AJ looked like food and you know it. I mean, he looked like food for Deontay. He always looks like food to Deontay. For Deontay. What? Pull out Bandit. I don't like when you do that. I don't like when you do that. Deontay, first of all, the situations are not the same. Situations are not the same. So what? So, and the big ass, a big ass, so what? Who cares? Yes, Brooke turned around and fought EJ. Yes, he did. I would have rather seen Errol Spence fight Keith Thurman. No, I like Pull-Out Bandit just fine. He's a good dude. I just think that I don't like those type of equivalencies because if I first of all they're all different people, entirely different situations. However, if you would have said who would I rather see fight, would I rather see Errol Spence Jr. fight Kell Brook coming off a loss, or would I rather see him fight Keith Thurman? I would say I'd rather see him fight Keith Thurman. So there you go. It's not that I dislike anybody. It's like I don't think those are equivalent circumstances. And you're assuming that I would have first of all, there's a lot of assumptions in there too. That I wanted Errol to fight, that I wanted Errol Spence to fight Kell Brook. I wanted him to fight Keith Thurman. That's who I wanted to see him fight, Keith Thurman. The only reason that he was fighting, the only reason Errol fought Kell Brook is because number one, Errol Spence was Kell Brook's mandatory, which Terrence Crawford is not. And number two, he had to leave. He had to give up the hope of trying to get a fight with Keith Thurman, which means we would have got that fight before Kell Brook. Man, Errol Spence is one of the most ducked fighters. Dude, people would be forgetting how ducked that man was. How ridiculously ducked that man was. And talking about how things that could have retarded your growth. All these people catching the duck flu when he comes around, you know? Yeah, he wanted Kell's belt, but he was trying to get the Keith Thurman fight. He wanted the Keith Thurman fight. He would have fought Keith Thurman before he would have fought Kell Brook with a 10-pound rehydration clause and have to go over to the UK to do it and fight on another have to fight on another network to get the fight. No, he wanted to fight Keith Thurman. So, there you go. He can clean him up. I'm telling you, he ain't clean it. I don't think he's going to clean up Jaron. You better be careful what you try to clean up. You better be careful what you're trying to clean up. I mean, hey, dude, I have never slept on Terrence Crawford. I don't sleep on Terrence Crawford. None of y'all can accuse me of ever sleeping on Terrence Crawford. Many of you all were sleeping on Terrence Crawford, which is why I find your mouths so funny. It's so funny to me. It's funny to me. Yeah, good luck. Good luck. Okay. He said, top 5 southpaw switch hitter in boxing right now. Man, that's an odd question, Marquis. Southpaw switch hitters? Top 5? If they're switch hitters, there's switch hitters. Like, for real. Like, I mean, I don't know. Terrence Crawford, Jaron Ennis. I don't know. Who do I name 5 of them that do that? Josh Taylor. Who else does it? Josh Taylor. I don't know. That's a tough. I mean, I can name 3 off the top of my head. Shakur doesn't switch hit, and neither does Tank. Tank is not somebody switching. Doesn't really switch stances. What's his name? Sonny Edwards, and Julio Cesar Martinez. Okay, so I guess those 5. Terrence Crawford, Jaron Ennis, Josh Taylor, Sonny Edwards, and Julio Cesar Chavez. Julio Cesar Martinez. I wouldn't say not Big Baby yet. I wouldn't say Big Baby is up there yet with either one of those two dudes. He's still a prospect. But if I guess I had him, I can't say I've ever really spent much time thinking about that, though, to be very honest with you. Thank you, Marquis. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate to everybody else that supports and sponsors the live streams. It is important, so thank you guys very, very much for your continued support. Man, it means the world, so thank you. Y'all can click this link, though. Sonny Edwards talking super crazy about Bam Edwards. Yeah, I like Sonny Edwards. He probably gonna get mopped by Bam Rodriguez, though. Fanon, Monster is A-side from Rick G. Look, man, I would love if that little kid came back on this channel. God, I really hope you come back. I really, really, really hope you come back, bro. Seriously, 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 I do. The level of ridiculousness of that conversation is still on my head. Like, it was hard to contemplate that somebody would be that like illogical. There is not a word that comes out of the word of Rick Glazer's mouth that is reliable. I'm pretty sure that was MMA Prodigy. It sounded a lot like him. Except for this guy had a lot more battery in his back. He had more battery. He had more battery in his back. Sir. Yes, sir. Wow. I was just like, wow, bro. Nah, just look, man. If you think everybody is lying, like the way that you deal with any information that you either don't have or doesn't fit your argument, is to call them a liar and just say they have a reason to lie. That's why Rick Glazer is that's why he's so bad. Because he said, well, why wouldn't they lie? Why would they lie? You just want to bring up the possibility that they would lie? Khalif Bush, how can I help you? You're breaking up.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I think Big Baby, I think he's one of the top switch hitters in the game right now.
What'd you say?
Jared Anderson, I think he's one of the top switch hitters.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't say it was just because he's not won a championship. That's what I would say. I think Jared Anderson is the future of the heavyweight division, and I think he will be. I think he will be. But the guys that I listed, like Terrence Crawford and Jaron. Well, Jaron Ennis isn't a champion either, but I just think Jaron is a level like. Actually, he and Jared Anderson are, man. I think they're similar in their potential, though.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I think you may have a good fight about that, a good one on that. Yeah.
Boots is a better switch hitter than Bud, and I think Bud ducking, man. I think Bud he wants to fight Charlo because Charlo isn't as skilled as Boots, and I don't know. I think a lot of people just jumped on this Bud hype train, and they just caught in the moment right now. I mean, he's a good fighter. He's a top guy, but I just don't think he's the next Messiah like people trying to make him seem.
Yeah, I mean, he's a hell of a fighter, bro. Like, he's a hell of a fighter. I mean, I've had him as the number. I think he's the top pound for pound fighter in boxing based off of what he's done and what I've seen. But anybody that thinks Jaron Ennis is just some mirage that people are using to just try to drag, there's a lot of people that just don't want to see these dudes do well. Yeah, and are just happy that Errol Spence Jr. lost. But now that Terrence Crawford beat Errol and showed he was the better fighter than Errol, they want to act like, well, there's no more challenges. That's all. Don't bring anybody else up. But that's not how boxing works. Jaron Ennis is like that before that fight took place. And Jaron Ennis just got off of showing an extremely nasty performance against Romy and Villa the fight before it. It was just I mean, yeah. So yeah, that I bet I appreciate your point on Jared Anderson for sure.
Yeah, when a guy asks about the switch hitters, I know for sure heavyweight, Big Baby's hands down the best switch hitter in the heavyweight division. Uh, I think Tyson Fury is the pound for pound number one. He gets looked over because he's not American, but I think he's number one. Bud might be number three after Inoue, but honestly, I think Jared Anderson probably can give Tyson Fury a run for his money. There's rumors that he put him down in sparring. It's a rumor, but styles makes fights. And well, actually, Fury is a switch hitter too. So I think those
I'm not
two,
putting Fury in a pound for pound thing because, dude, the man is first of all he's a heavyweight,
uh,
so he don't need that. I don't put heavyweights in there because they're heavyweights.
Makes sense.
And secondly, because dude, he's 6'9", 300 pounds.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like how the majority of his skill is his size. So if you neutralize his size and you make people the same size as him, and plus he's a steroid cheat. He also popped dirty for Ngannou. So just all the way around, I just can't put him up in there myself. And he's ducking Usyk like ain't nobody's business. So that's another.
I think he'll handle Usyk easy, hands down. Usyk. I think
then he should fight him and stop trying to fight Ngannou.
Yeah, he should fight probably. I think I would like to see him and AJ go at it. I think AJ might not win, but AJ can put up a better fight than Wilder put up because I think it was just Wilder got outclassed by Tyson Fury, and I think AJ is a better boxer than Wilder. Wilder has the power, but AJ has the style and the skills. So I would like to see AJ fight Fury. I think that would be a good fight.
Okay, cool. Well, I appreciate you coming on, man. We try to stick to like one topic per caller.
Okay. Yeah,
thank you, brother. Come back again, Khalif. I appreciate the conversation, man.
Okay, bye.
Nice to chop it up.
All right, thank you.
All right, that's what's up, man. Like the first time callers, man. Yeah, I don't do heavyweights in the pound for pound list. And my guy, hey, real quick, man. I'm sorry. Dollar Bill in the building, super sticker. Thank you, brother, for that support, man. Thank you. Means a ton. Thanks for sponsoring for that, man. And somebody just dropped that. My guy, Los in the building, El Chino. 1070, man. Much love, brother. Thank you for that support, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate you for sponsoring the conversation, man. Appreciate sponsoring the conversation. Champy, how can I help you?
Yo.
What's good, man?
Hey, I just got to say, Richard Torres, he's the future of the heavyweight division, bro. Big Anderson.
You're breaking up, man. You're breaking up, dog. The little bit that you said is funny as hell, though. You're breaking up. Can you call back when you get into like a little better area?
Oh, hey, can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, that's better now, man. So who's the future of the heavyweight division? Who is?
I'm gonna say Richard Torres, bro. Yeah, I think he sleeps Big Baby, bro. Like we already saw Big Baby say, he doesn't even like boxing, dog. Like his heart's not in it, bro. Like that's not the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
dog, Richard Torres head will get knocked in a swivel.
Richard Torres, bro. Yeah, he's got that Mike Tyson. He's got that Mike Tyson style, but he's a good guy, bro. Like, yeah, he's gonna beat Big Baby, bro. If they ever fight, if they ever fight, bro, yeah, he's gonna win, dog.
Bro, not a chance. Let me tell you, not a chance. That's kind of the. Jared Anderson will beat that dude's ass so bad.
You got Big Baby out here, getting punked all over the place by Charles Martin. Like, come on, dog. Like,
man, look,
Big Baby ain't it, bro. He ain't it, dog.
Charles Martin will thump Richard Torres.
Dude, Richard Torres would like decapitate that fool's head, bro, with one punch off his body, dog. It would go straight to the sky, dog. Straight up in the air, bro. Like, come on. Richard Torres, #1 prospect, future heavyweight. Canelo, pound for pound, #1. Mexican boxing, #1, dog. I'll take your comments off the air.
Hey, yeah, no worries, man. Thank you, bro. That shit is hilarious. I gotta like that, dog. Hey, I appreciate you, man. You forgot Andy Ruiz, man. You forgot Andy Ruiz. Man, Fahim Sator, bro. That man, first of all, you can stop it, okay? Man, you can stop it. Man, Charles Martin didn't expose squat except for how to walk around and get your ass beat up for 12 rounds, okay? I ain't trying to hear none of that, dog. Y'all out here trying to throw Big Baby under the bus. Oh, for Richard Torres, man, next time, seriously, bro, ain't nobody with no porn star mustache. Ain't nobody walking in there looking like a 1970s porn star about to beat Jared Anderson. Y'all better say, I'm trying to tell you, no. I'm telling you right now, no. I agree with him. I agree with Fahim. Yeah, you guys keep agreeing. Agree with him. You agree with him. Okay? You agree with Richard Torres. You agree that you ain't seen Richard Torres box. You ain't seen Richard Torres box for 5 seconds. Man, please. Y'all better wake me up later with all of that. That's like that Hrgovic bum. Bro, did you see Hrgovic? Yes, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Dog, did you see Hrgovic? Dude, Hrgovic is terrible, bro. Hrgovic is terrible. And he will not, and I'm telling you, Hrgovic will get that dude. Zhang will get that dude. I ain't trying to hear none of that, bro. I'm telling you right now, man, but hit that link, bro. I'm just trying to tell you, bro. I'm not trying to hear it. He didn't watch Torres' last fight. He got put down by a scrub. Look, I haven't even seen Richard Torres' last fight. I saw enough of Richard Torres. I don't believe nobody's Richard Torres. Man, I saw it. Man, I don't believe nobody's Richard Torres, dog. Okay? I like Berlanga. I like Edgar Berlanga. But, dog, I ain't buying into all of that. Y'all go ahead and y'all prove me wrong, dog. You just go ahead and have to prove me wrong. You're going to have to prove me wrong, bro. I don't think Jared Anderson is. I don't think Jared Anderson is terrible. Oh, all that holding? Oh, man, they're terrible, bro. I need to know why Monster Inoue is an A-side, though. Dog, I'm still perplexed at any human being that could get that out of their mouth. Now, will you please tell me if Rick Glazier really said that? Because I don't read Rick Glazier's. I don't see Rick Glazier's tweets. I don't. I blocked Rick Glazier, and as a result of me blocking him, he blocked me. I used to talk to Rick Glazier on Twitter all the time. So I got sick and tired of it, bro. Because I was like, man, I can't even respect this man to argue with him. I don't have enough respect with him to argue with him. It's that ludicrous. He's that ludicrous. Because he's not of Negro descent. Who's not of Negro descent? See if you can Google Inoue Gate pay-per-views. For what? Like, I can do it. He doesn't know. He's not on pay-per-view. His purse was $1.5 million. Somebody else said it was $5 million. And that Steve Fulton Jr. got $3 million. I don't believe that. His purse is like $1.5 million. There's no way in the world this dude. What is his name, man? Inoue. This shit is it's so silly to me. It's straight silly to me. Hold on, man. There ain't no gate receipts for him. What is this? He drew 800,000 on ESPN when he fought in 2022. Was that in the US or was that in Japan? Saturday night. Yeah, he did 800,000 in 2021. Where did the fight take place? Where did he fight? Was this in the United States? Why would he be fighting that late? Yeah, dude, look, he fought in Vegas. Third round inside of the theater in Virgin Hills in Las Vegas, bro. In 2021, he was fighting inside the theater of the Virgin Hotels in Las Vegas a year and a half ago when he fought this guy, Das Mirias. I'm not going to do too much of this, man, because this is silly. Dude, he fought, Dude, Inoue made watch this, man. Monster Inoue had a $350,000 guarantee for his rematch against Nonito Donaire, bro. Hold on a second. I can tell you what his receipts were. You just got to look at here. Theater, what's the capacity? Dude, he fought in 2021. He fought in a 4,000 seat theater. There's only he came to the United States in 2021 and fought in a theater of 4,000 people. 4,000 people. Yes, he made $350,000. He had a guarantee of $350,000 to fight Nonito Donaire in the rematch. He got $1.5 million for Steve Fulton Jr. Monster Inoue is a ballroom fighter in the United States. And this is the A side to Gervonta. He fought in a 4,000 seat arena. And hold on, watch this. I bet you. And he did less views on ESPN than Devin Haney. He did 800,000 on ESPN, bro. That's less than Shakur Stevenson on ESPN. You guys are smoking. You guys are up here smoking that good. You guys are smoking that good. You guys are on that good. You guys on that good. Hold on, man. That's your A side to Gervonta Davis? Did they literally really say that that's the A side? Hey, Terry Schmoot, Jump on the channel, Terry. Bro, Terry Schmoot. Dog, I've been wanting to say something to you for several days, but I keep forgetting to say it, dog. Do you know, I just realized the other day who you look like, dog. And it ain't, and trust me, man, that's ridiculous. That shit is ridiculous because he's idolized in Japan. They go, what? Like what? He made 10 million. No, he did not make no 10 million in his last fight with Fulton. Stop lying, Don Gotti. Stop lying. And he did not make $10 million in that fight. You guys just make shit up. You just make shit up, huh? That's the go-to. Just make shit up. Just make it up. Just say it. Well, it's been widely reported that. It's been widely reported. Man, it has not been reported at all. Literally, it's never been reported. 61,000 pay-per-views for Deontay Wilder, for Gervonta Davis has never, ever been reported. It's never even been reported, much less widely reported. Yeah, he made 10 million yen, needed something. You know what I mean? You guys are out here bugging, bro. Dog, 6. Hey, man, let me see something. Watch this. Who was it? Oh, it was Hector Garcia. Hold on one second. Now watch this. Watch this. Oh, here's the link. Man, Lord Haney does better numbers. He's a bigger name. Shakur Stevenson does better numbers than Monster Inoue. Yes, he is a ballroom fighter. He's a ballroom fighter. In the United States, he's a ballroom fighter. He's a ballroom fighter in the United States. Bring him on. Bring him up. Bring him to the United States. His ass gonna be in a ballroom. He was in a ballroom the last time his ass showed up. But here, watch this. Tell me what this says. No, not that. Listen to this. Watch this. Damn. What does that say right there? What did it say right here? What's that say right there? What does that say right there? Gervonta Davis, Hector Luis Garcia pay-per-view buy rate to come in between 200 and 225,000 pay-per-view buys. Don Gotti, the boxing scene is not owned by the PBC, homie. And Dan Rayfield reported it. Dan Rayfield reported it. Dan Rayfield reported it. Dan Rayfield. The source is Dan Rayfield. The source is Dan Rayfield. Dog, of course it did more than 61,000. What kind of idiots are you guys? Here, hit the link, bro. I need some smoke. Seriously. I need y'all to. There's the link. That says A side like ain't nobody's business. That's boxing scene right there. That's what's reported. If it's widely reported that it was 61,000, then why doesn't it say 61,000 there? Why does it say that? Huh? Come on, son. Come on back, bro. Your ignorance, seriously, your ignorance flustered me because I just couldn't believe the ridiculous shit that you're saying. Hey said, Fanon sources say Monster Inoue couldn't fill a sushi bar over here, bro. Like, y'all can go somewhere, bro. With all that, stop trying to steal from Tank, bro. Hey, antisocial 214 Texas says, I'm convinced that Rick smokes crack. Man down. He gets paid for disinformation, bro. That has to be what he gets paid for because that's all he does. That's what he does. Hey, what's going on? Much love, man. My guy Jonathan Curry said, been overseas for 3 weeks, couldn't send a super chat. Thank you, bro, for sending it today. Thank you for sending it today. Appreciate you, man. We keeping this boxing talk going. You know what it is. Look, the man is not an A-side. He's not. Dude, first of all, I don't even like how you guys use the word A-side. It's corny to me. The whole thing is corny to me. Huh? What? What are you caring about? Why you care about people and what they do in their private life, Mark? Kind of silly. Dude, I don't need that around here. Okay? We don't need that. We don't need that. But Terry Schmoot, hit the link, bro. If you got time, Terry, hit the link. People hated on the pay-per-view numbers for Errol and Bud, but won't hit the like button and free that damn like. But yeah, man, hit that like. It's all right, man. We got roughly 500 people in here on a Sunday morning when there ain't that. The parade. I didn't watch the parade. I saw some pictures of the parade. Dude, hey, dog, seriously, I'm going to be at risk of hating on somebody here because I don't really want to hate because I kind of like the dude. Seriously, I think he's kind of a bright guy and seems like a funny type of dude. But at the same time, dude, that dude is littler than I thought he was. God, dog, you little. Dog, you got a Neapolitan, you got a Napoleon complex like a motherfucking dog. Bro, let me tell you something, dog. I was standing next to Terrence Crawford, bro. Terrence Crawford comes up to about here on me. No joke. Terrence Crawford comes up to about right here on me. About right here. Errol Spence Jr. comes up to about maybe right here, a little bit over my shoulder. You know what I mean? Like, I'm significantly taller than them. And then I saw this little dude that talk all this shit. Excuse my language. He talks all this. My mama said it ain't a cuss word. Talks all this shit. Bro, and he comes up to about right here on Terrence Crawford. Dude, I don't think he came up to Terrence Crawford's shoulder. This dude is shorter. Dude, this dude is littler than Gervonta. I was like, okay, I get it now, bro. I get it now, dog. I get it now, bro. It's been a hard life. What's going on, Mr. MK?
Man, I'm about to help you flush out T. Smoot.
T. Smoot.
Terry Smoot. That's my man's. Get your bodybuilding hiney up on here, T. You know what it is. Stop playing. Nah, I was watching.
Hey, man, you know what I was going to tell him? Dog, he looked like Dwayne Wade. He looked like Dwayne Wade, dog's lost brother, bro. I was looking at Dwayne Wade. I was like, God, dog, he looked like Terry Smoot looked just like somebody, bro. Look at put a picture of Terry Smoot and Dwayne Wade up, bro. They look, man, that looked like Dwayne Wade's little lost brother, bro. But what's up, man? What's up? What you want to talk about, man?
And I was watching Bud partying with his mom in the streets. They had the little dance going. Then there's another video where him and his mom was squabbing, and mom was swinging on him. I said, yo. So when he tell that story, his mama forcing him to fight, you know, it just became so surreal. Like, yo, she throwing like a dude, like she looked like Ann Wolf when she threw that.
She's throwing hands for real throwing hands.
Yeah,
great punches and everything.
Yo, crazy
foot feints. She put some foot feints in there.
Yeah. She was jerking her arm.
yeah, she got some hands. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah.
But it happened how we talked about. You know, he took away the jab, came over the top, and the reaction punches. You if you rewind when we discussed how the fight might go, he hit that arm, he would come up with the uppercut or the hook, and it was a classic. But let me say this, and I'm gonna I'll get out of here. Anybody who thinks Monster Inoue is the A side to Tank, your ass is funky and you need to wash it. You are out of your natural mind. In Japan, and I know because my little dude, Dwayne Ludwig, used to go over there. Even my man Andy Sauer, they win the K1 tournament. You only got 10 million yen, which is $1 million. I know Monster Inoue and get 10 million yen for fighting Fulton. So stop it. You know he's not the A side. If you don't know the numbers on Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia, if you compare him to the fight with Stephen Fulton on free television, he didn't even get the same views. You should knock it off. T-Smoot, get you need a bar of soap too. Yo, Heine Funky, get up here. Fanon said, come talk. There you go.
I heard my name, so I had to. It was like popping up like Candyman. You already know a song called "We Go Way Back."
I know it, fam.
That's why I said you one of those. Fanon. He is an OG. He is one of mine. Like very
good people. Yeah, I know who he is, man. He's good people, man.
Mm-hmm. No, he's my dude. Like we go way, way, way back, years. That's why I said, oh yeah, he can bring me up here. Dog, I was listening. I was just getting some stuff ready, getting my stuff ready for work tomorrow. So, but no, I've been listening in.
Yeah, bro, you look like Dwayne Wade's little lost brother, bro.
You're not the fourth or fifth person. Everybody says I look like Dwayne Wade, and then when they look at my dad, they say he looks like Sean Kemp.
Yeah.
They say he looks like Sean. Everybody says that.
It was killing me. I'm like, dude, he looked like that, man. Everybody trying to put my thumb on that for a while.
No, you're not the fifth person that said that. I don't know why. It must be the chocolate skin I'm in.
Man, it's the haircut. Is that and the hairline? You got the same hairline. You got the same chin, same dog. Just look like Dwayne Wade, bro.
No,
all right, man. Let me
that Gabrielle Union with it. Look.
Oh no,
I said, did you get the same Gabrielle Union with it?
Keep this going. I'll be back in the chat.
All right, bro. Hey, I'll get back with y'all, man. I'm gonna let Thomas Hill on real quick. All right. Hey, thank you, MK. Thank you, brother, for coming by again, man. Yes, sir. See, I like that. MK, dog, thank you for being a good Terrence Crawford. I don't even know if you're a Terrence Crawford fan or not, but I just like how you break it down, man. It is what it is. You called it like it is. You ain't no like some over-the-top ass dude. Hey, what's going on with the $2 holler from my guy? Hey, said, he said, this is how you know Rick Glazer's full of crap. At first, he said he got pay-per-view numbers by doing his little email formula. Now he's saying he gets his numbers from a lawyer. Just ridiculous. Oh, God, stupid. Man, much love, brother. Thank you so much for that support, bro. Thank you so much for that support, man. And then my guy with the $2 holler, Kenneth Mann in the building. Thank you, brother. I see you 1 second, Thomas Hill. What's going on, Kenneth Mann? And then my guy, once again, Mr. Voltan, said the best boxing talk and most patient. Man, I don't know how patient I am, dog, because seriously, man, Lord have mercy. I lost my patience yesterday. I don't really like idiots. What's going on, Thomas Hill? How you feeling, brother?
Hey, I'm feeling really, really good. Good morning to you, Fanon. Good morning and salute to all the people in the chat as well, too. I really was going to try to come up here when you had Terry Smoot on here, because he do look a little like Dwayne Wade. I'm not going to lie. But do you remember that show, Living Single, though?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The brother on there, Kyle Barker.
Yeah, I know you're talking about
My
just as soon
God.
as you said it. Yeah.
I was gonna try to say, yeah, he looked like a cross between D Wade and my man Kyle Barker up on
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But
I
hey,
don't know. Yeah, Tyree took some of the height away, man. But I think also dude's a big dude, man. Like
yeah,
dude's a big. I think I'm pretty sure Terry Schmoot's a big dude too. But yeah, that's almost perfect
yeah,
right
nah,
there.
Terry Smooth, my God, I got nothing but love for him. He troll like a mug sometimes when he's supposed to be on his detail, but other than that, man, that's my guy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, there, phenomenal.
All
Well,
right,
have a
bro. Get
blessed
back,
day.
man.
Man. Enjoy
Yes,
you
sir.
and your family too, man, and all the best.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Peace. Hey, my guy, Tierland said, Fanon, didn't you say MMA Prodigy looks like my son? Yeah, he does. Yeah, he looks a lot like my son. My son ain't that dumb, though. Just to let you know, ain't no way my son's not that stupid. Like intellectually, he's nowhere near my son. Dude, I'm just nowhere near my son. Like my son would never get caught out there arguing with something like that. No way. Like, I mean, if I've ever caught my son in an argument that stupid, I'd slap him. You know what I mean? So nah, dog. Like, no, my son is much like, first of all, he's nowhere near as disrespectful. He's nowhere near as disrespectful. And because dog, me and him would have definitely been brawling. We did damn near fight over shit like that. Like, because dog, I just believe, man, the young men, like, you need to respect your elders, man. That is a true rule. And respect your elders doesn't mean you gotta let them mistreat you or you don't speak your mind or anything like that. But when you get into little games about like trying to ridicule people that are that much senior to you in life, it shows your lack of experience in life and how you've not gone through enough things to realize, hold on, man, the older I get, the more I realize they're right. Because that's a phenomenon you will learn in life if you're lucky enough to get there. The older you get, the more you'll realize that a lot of older people were right and you just you just weren't there yet. Little things too. Little, sir, like a little bitch. Sir. Excuse me, sir. But anyway, yeah, he does. Yeah, he does look like my son. My son walking around here like, I ain't gonna kind of joan on my son, dog. My son is feeling himself because he's been working out. You know, he's got for basketball, he's got a personal trainer, so he got some weight on him now. He's got some muscles on him. He got no body fat. He grew his hair out. His hair is below his shoulders now, all of that stuff. And, so he just walking around looking like I'm Mr. Beautiful. Like, man, if you don't put a damn shirt on, bro, if you don't put a freaking shirt on trying to make me feel bad about myself, dog, my son got me on a diet, dog. I ain't eating none of this sugar. I'm getting this belly up off my ass. I ain't having nobody that much better looking walking around the house with me. I do have a sense of competition to myself. Hey, said, would you help him out if he got into boxing for nine? No, I would not. I'll help him out with learning how to fight. Yeah, if he wants to just be able to fight, be able to throw hands, I'll help him out with that. But nah, dog, I'm gonna help his ass get some A's and get a career, bro. He said, pretty ass ninja. Yeah, pretty fucking little Negro. Like, hey, dude, the funny thing is, though, dog, my son, I used to call my son pretty when he was little, and he hated it because he's pretty. He is a little pretty dude. So I'll be like, man, you pretty. And I'll be like, man, he used to look at me, man. He used to give me the death glares calling him pretty. And then once he realized it came in handy, dog, he stopped arguing about it. He's like, well, I'll take it. I was like, yeah, there could be some worse shit to that. There's worse shit than that. But anyway, he looked like his mama. He don't look like me. He looked like his mama. They both my dudes look. How tall is my son? About 6'1". He's hitting a growth spurt because he's eating now. So, basketball height, 6'1", something like that. Tall enough. Not about my height, same height as me. He just caught up in height to me. Fanon, can I get Rick on the phone right now? If you want to smoke, you can jump on. I don't want any smoke. I don't want to listen to that stupid shit. No. Why don't you jump on here and say the stupid shit he would say? Why don't you jump on here and say the stupid shit he would say? I'm not in the mood to sit here and have somebody lie to me. For what? Ninja look like B2K 5th member. Nah, who does he look like? My son look like? I don't know, man. He's just kind of, I don't know, one of them yellow Negroes. One of them yellow Negroes. That's what he looks like. Look like every other little yellow Negro. I think dude, my son, I think he's going to be around 6'2", something like that, 6'1". I mean, if he eats, he may jump up because he's had late growth spurts. That's because that's King. I know who it is. It's the same dude. Nah, bro. Nah. My son looks more like it's hard to put it. I don't think there's a lot of guys that look like him. In his face, not a lot. There's nobody that really jumps out. Nobody that really jumps out. Would I say that? No, definitely not like those dudes. No, not Mark. No, none of them. No, he's a light-skinned dude. Like light skin. Like not me light skin. You know what I mean? Like he looks mixed, but he's not. Like you would think he was mixed. Not that light skin. Not like El DeBarge. Not quite El DeBarge-ish. Well, actually closer to El DeBarge than me. My wife is more El DeBarge-ish. Her family's like DeBarge-ish. Yeah, he's kind of like DeBarge-ish. Yeah, I would say somewhere around that, but slightly more Negro than your DeBarges, something like that though. But yeah, something around there. But really, just a good-looking kid, man. He's a good-looking kid. Got handsome. Got a lot of pretty family members. Terrell Davis, you got to holler Terry Schmoot or John Boy. Man, where's John Boy? I'm gonna cuss John Boy out. He needs to show his ass up to the chat, bro. Hey man, thank you. Hey man, I'm sorry, Willis. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. Bunny the Barge, yeah. Who the fuck would he look like, bro? I don't even know. It's hard to say. Chico the Barge, nah, because I mean, just something like that. Yeah, something like a Chico the Barge type. Yeah. I would say somewhere around there. No, but he's got long hair, but it's like he's got like dreads, like twists. He's got long twists. His hair is curly, but it would probably be more afro if it was out. He would probably grow, and I know it would grow. Eventually it would start growing down. But I mean, whatever, nah. It is what it is. Yeah, something like that. Fanon DeBarge, nah. Hey, when you holler at him, Martin, tell him I said peace and blessings to him and his. Oh, who is that? Hey, anyway, let's get back onto this boxing talk, bro. What? See you later, dude. The fuck are you talking about? Martin, what's your take on Bud's interview on Fight Hype saying the rematch may not take place anytime soon? I don't know. When did he say that? I don't know. He said it may not take place anytime soon. I don't think it's up to him. I don't think it's up to him. His ass get taken to court, not giving him that rematch. You got to give him the rematch. Unless but it wouldn't bother me. Oh, you're talking to John Boy. Okay, thank you. It wouldn't bother me if it didn't happen, but no, I don't really know what to say. That he said that it may not happen anytime soon. But, Bud says a lot of stuff. I think that's up to Errol. There should be a rematch B for Bud and Spence. How much should the what do you mean? I don't know what you mean. How much should the rematch be? He was alluding to Errol won't take it right away. Oh, I mean, if Errol says he's going to take it right away, he'll probably take it right away. Fanon, you don't want to see, man, dude, don't tell me what I want. Don't tell me what I want. I don't know how much. It'll be the same price as the last one. Don't tell me what I want. Errol Spence wants a rematch. He can have a rematch. If it's at 154 and he executes it like everybody else. Like everybody else, that's up to him. Like everybody else, that's up to him. Why wouldn't he get a rematch? That's not up to me. And I'm not in the business of telling people what to do with their multi-million-dollar contracts. He says he wants to run the rematch back. He'll feel better at 154. If Bud agrees to it, Bud agrees to it. Then cool. You know what I mean? It is what it is. What do you want me? What fight do you want to see? I want to see Terrence sit around for a year and not fight anybody and hold on to the belts. No, I don't. So let's get it popping. Whoever you're going to fight, get it right. Whoever you're going to fight, is it an ironclad clause? There's nothing. Look, I don't have the contract, but I know this: if you negotiate a rematch clause and that man can show that he will suffer irreparable harm if you don't honor it, yes, he absolutely can get an injunction to prevent Terrence Crawford from fighting somebody else. We went through this whole thing with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury beat up Deontay Wilder, and Tyson Fury didn't want to give him the rematch. He took to court. That's my understanding of how that works. But again, that's something you have to go through. I don't know what this contract says. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's ironclad or not. I don't know. But, if they make the argument that they don't want, if he was with Terrence, let me tell you this. If Bud Crawford was with Top Rank, they would be taking Errol to court to get out of it. They would. Purple Cube Benitez said, I don't understand why all these people are saying stuff about Errol Spence Jr. when he was rocking. Everybody loved. Now he lost, and everybody's got something to say. Let the man live. Yeah, man. I mean, dude, that's just generally speaking how people are. That's just how people are. Here's a link, though. Here's that link, though. Yeah, it's his. I mean, look, if he gets the rematch, he gets the rematch. That's for him. That's for him to decide. Man, just like if Terrence Crawford would have gotten knocked out, I wouldn't be saying, oh, no rematch. And if you get knocked out, jump back and fight him again. There ain't no problem with that. And plus, all these guys are risking their life every time they get in the ring. But I'm sure there are people that don't want to see the fight because they don't just, I'm not interested because I know it's going to go. So my only question for you is exactly who do you want to see him fight? You want to see him fight somebody else you don't think can beat him? Sounds a little funny to me. You know what I mean? You're okay with David Avenetian. You're okay with David Avenetian. You're okay with Amir Khan and Kell Brook. If Errol is at his normal level of strength, he will win the rematch. I can't say that, man. Bud said it was in the contract. Yeah, it is in the contract. I think they have to do it by a certain date, though. But if he gets Bud to agree to it, why not? Ojefe said, do the belts count at 154? No, the belts don't. It's a fight out of the sanctioning body. It's out of the weight class. Terrence is going to drop those belts, though. Wonder why I can't post links in this mug. This thing gets so funny lately. Okay, there it went. Most boxing fans want to see exhibitions with their favorite fighter. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man, I don't believe these people are going to support Terrence Crawford. I think he's doing a great job, though. Can win the rematch. That's fair. Okay, brand new. I don't think people are going to support Terrence Crawford. I like what Terrence Crawford is doing, though. I like that he's doing the interviews. I like that he's keeping his name out there. I like that he's doing all that stuff. I just don't believe you guys as Terrence Crawford fans. I don't believe you. That fight did not, the numbers that fight did were not enough for me to think that you guys are really, really supporting that dude. And if he jumps up off of the away from the PBC, those numbers are about to go. They're about to go because those people don't believe in black fighters. A lot of those people don't. A lot of those media people do not. And that was the problem. The problem was not black fight fans not giving him his credit, which is somehow how the narrative got twisted and how all this stuff got twisted into how all of a sudden the reason nobody was really following, a lot of people weren't following Terrence Crawford and he wasn't getting his due was because of black fight fans. No, it was the Steve Kims and the Dougie Fishers and the Teddy Atlases and the Bob Arams and all the people, and the Bob Aram who he sued for not promoting him in it. If you can't, oh, hey, thank you, brother. Oh, thank you, Thomas Hill. I appreciate you, brother. That means a lot, man. Anti-social 214 Texas said the same fools that don't want to watch a rematch are the same ones that didn't buy the pay-per-view. I'm sure many of them are. People usually support fighters that they personally identify with. People support a lot. Whoever it is, for whatever reason it is, they didn't support him. They never supported him. Teddy Atlas sat there with no reason. For no good reason, in my opinion. Thank you, brother, for that support, man. Seriously, that's how the channel is able to go. Thank you for supporting the Sunday morning live stream. I really do want to there you go again. I think it's getting in there real easy now. The thing. You saw how bad the Top Rank was promoted last night. That issue was horrible. Dude, they just say this. They like, this is all what running at Top Rank. Oscar Valdez and them were again fighting in a ballroom last night. I don't know. How big was that place? I know that the Showtime card would look like it was in a ballroom. That looked like it was in a ballroom. I couldn't really see. I think they were still out in Arizona. And they had a good number of people. It looked like there was a good number of people at that fight, now that I remember. Top Rank cards are terrible because you already kind of know who the outcome of the fight is going to be. Kamal Oz in the building. What's going on, Kamal? You're on mute, Kamal.
Hey, Fanon. Sorry I'm late, man. I don't know if you guys talked about Gary Antoine Russell, the most exciting young fighter in boxing, with another knockout. Corporate media is not talking about Gary Antoine Russell at all. They never do. But that guy has to be, if he's not the most exciting young talent in all of boxing, he's got to be top 2 or top 3, man. And that PBC card, of course, corporate media didn't cover it at all. Gabriel Maestre, I guess he started working with Ishmael Salas, one of the best trainers in the game. He's the one who orchestrated Yordanis Ugas' comeback. He looked great with getting another knockout. And I tell you about the PBC, man. You know, that had that guy Trayvon Marshall. He was the A-side in that. Another undefeated prospect. Put him in against Maestre, and he got knocked out, man. PBC, you really got to earn your check. So the same corporate media that was telling you early on that PBC wasn't making tough fights, they were putting their A-sides against C-sides and stuff like that. To your knowledge, has corporate media talked about how PBC's matching even their prospects in here tough? Have they even said anything about that to your knowledge, Fanon? Has corporate media given PBC credit for matching their guys tough?
Of course not.
Has corporate media told you anything about Gary Antoine Russell, one of the most exciting young talents in boxing? Have they hyped him up? Have they given him even a tenth of the Bum Lufkin treatment?
No, of course not.
Of course not. Thank you. So just wanted to get your thoughts on that, man. I mean, I hope to see Gary Antoine Russell. I don't know why he was a little bit inactive, but I hope to see him on the card, on another card by the end of the year. Like to see him fight twice. I think he's the only one who beat Jerome Boots Ennis, correct me if I'm wrong, in the amateurs. I think he beat him 3 times.
The only one to beat him, but I know he beat him in the Olympic trials.
Okay, yeah. So he's one of the few, let's say it like this at least. He's one of the few to beat Jerome Boots Ennis. So, I mean, again, great guy. And you know what? I don't know if you saw the post-fight interview between Mr. Gary Russell Jr., who I really hope, because I think there's been very few who've been ducked as much as Mr. Gary Russell Jr. I hope Tank fights him next. That's a great fight in the DMV. And I still remember, I don't know if you remember this, Fanon, when they had all the guys, Frampton, they had Lee Selby, they had Mr. Gary Russell Jr., they had Leo Santa Cruz, when PBC had that division on lockdown, and they were asking each other, who are you going to fight? Because Showtime was making these big fights. and they go over to Lee Selby, and Gary Russell's like prodding him, and Lee Selby tells Gary Russell live on TV, "I don't know who you are." And Mr. Gary Russell Jr. says, "Well, you know what the WBC is, and you know what a WBC champion is." And Lee Selby went quiet after that. He's the only one of those guys who never got a championship or got a big time fight, and I think he's been undone by a lot of the politics. So I really hope that Tank would fight him next. That'd be a great fight. But you know what I loved, and I'll hang up on this, Fanon. I don't know if you caught that post-fight interview with Mr. Gary Russell Jr. and Gary Antoine Russell. And Gary Antoine is so humble. You know, Mr. Gary Russell Jr. was saying, "Hey, look, we got to improve on this." And you know what Gary Antoine Russell said? "Back in the gym on Monday." Same kind of humility you see in Boots Ennis with his father, Bozy. I wanted to get your comments on that. And with that, I'm out. Thanks.
All right, man. Take care. Thanks, man. I like it, man. I like Gary Antoine Russell. First of all, I like all those Russells. And Gary Antoine Russell has a lot of experience in being near and around a champion. And as far as Gary Russell Jr. and Lee Selby and Leo Santa Cruz and all those guys, they never wanted to fight him because they wouldn't have been able to beat him. That's why. And he said and somebody else has said he didn't like tune-up fights. Somebody that wants to just fight, he wants to fight the best fighter. And if it's a tune-up fight, he didn't want to fight him. I guess he takes care of his money, keeps his money right, so he could afford to fight once a year, and that's how he did it. And he had a lot of backlash about not being active. Gervonta gets just as much backlash, even though he is active. And people just complain about who it is that he fights. So it's damned if you do, damned if you don't with people that don't really want to respect those certain types of fighters. That's what I think. You know what I mean? So Gary Antoine Russell, yeah, I like Gary Antoine Russell. I know he's a very intelligent young man. He's also somebody that I understand in high school had excellent grades, was a straight A student, all of that, like very, very focused, and somebody that, you know, most definitely could have went to school and can go to college, can become. I wouldn't be surprised if Gary Antoine Russell, if he actually wanted to, you know, could have a professional career and then wind up being a lawyer and representing fighters as a manager. I think that Gary Antoine Russell is that level of an intelligent young man. Because then I've been paying attention to him, and I've been paying attention to him for a long time. Very, very intelligent kid. Like not a normally intelligent kid, an exceptionally intelligent young man. Who decided that he wants to be a professional fighter, but if he wanted to take any other avenue in life, you know, an intellectual or academic or another different type of profession, he'd be able to do it. You know what I mean? Did anybody know that Jaylen Brown teaches at MIT? No, I didn't know that. I know that there's a football player who, if that's you're talking about the football player that's like a neuroscience, like is a neurosurgeon now. There's a lot of athletes are very, very intelligent people. And boxers that are very, very intelligent people. It's just kind of like it's the formal education portion, I think, that will be missing from a lot of guys that would allow them to do, you know, other things when they get out of boxing. You know what I mean? Which is one of the reasons why I would say that, you know, Errol needs to go get his money. For real, you need to get your money. I don't care if he gets in the ring, gets hit 2 times with Errol Spence Jr. and takes a knee. Wouldn't make a difference. Get your money. Cash that money in and say, hey, man, it is what it is, bro. I'll see y'all at the fights when I'm sitting ringside in my ringside seats that I'm going to get for free and all the money I got in my bank. Because that stuff is very, very real. Very, very real. You know what I mean? How many places in this world can you go to work and get $10 million when you've got a guaranteed contract for it? How can I help you, G-Man King?
Yo, what's going on?
Nothing much, man. I'm talking boxing. How can I help you?
Me too. I just wanted to give my take on the fights last night. I thought that Valdez Navarrete or whatever his name is, that fight was very entertaining. I think that was the most entertaining fight of the day between the DAZN, Showtime, and top ranked cards. You know, that could be a fight of the year fight. Even though Valdez was getting busted up, but that fight was entertaining. It was like a Mexican war. And they fought at the the Desert Diamond in Glendale, Arizona, and they sold out.
Bro, are you sure you don't work for somebody that is trying to get you to say shit?
They sold out.
Because I swear to God, bro, you sound like a top. Every time I talk to you, dude, you sound like a top rank. You seriously sound like a top rank PR sheet.
I'm giving you my take on the fights, man. And then
You're giving me your take. You said it. You said you think that's fight of the year.
That fight had the
That's a
potential.
fight of the, people were saying it was a fight of the year candidate before the fight even took place.
Yeah, I'm saying it was a really good fight. That's all, man. There was a back and forth fight.
You sound just like you guys repeat the exact same things coming, but whatever. Okay, so you thought it was a fight of the year.
I thought it was a good fight. They sold out at the Desert Diamond in Glendale, Arizona. It wasn't no ballroom, and I think the PBC. You're right. They don't know how to matchmake. The top rank.
That's not, dude. Look, let me say thank you very much.
Trayvon Marshall.
Seriously,
he got knocked out.
Yeah, I'm tired of you, man.
Trayvon Marshall.
So you're just gonna come here and let me get this right. You're gonna praise Top Rank. Let me get it right. You're gonna praise Top Rank and shit on the PBC.
I'm giving you my opinion.
Surprise, Mr. Glazier. Surprise, supplies.
Trayvon Marshall got knocked out. He was an undefeated prospect.
Nobody's even talking. Trayvon Marshall. Trayvon Marshall is a prospect.
7-0 undefeated welterweight prospect. You got to match-make them accurately.
He's a prospect. That happens to fighters. He's a prospect. Lomachenko lost in his second fight.
Lomachenko wasn't no prospect. He had 400.
Lomachenko was a prospect when you had two fights.
He was fighting for the world
prospect when you had two fights. He's just a prospect that got a championship shot. But I get you. You're going to come on here. You're going to trash the PBC, and you're going to praise the excellent show that was put on by Bob Arum. I got it.
I was just giving you my opinion. I don't know why.
Let me give you my opinion. I think that you are a top rank. I think that's what you're doing. You for some reason want to pull out the loss of a fighter that almost nobody talks about.
No, I was just saying the match.
You're just saying it. You're like, well, the PBC doesn't know how to match make because the guy got caught with a punch. What do you expect? What do you think he's supposed to do? He's supposed to sit there and not put him in fights that he can lose?
I wasn't sure if
that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. You want to see guys like Trayvon Marshall. You want to see him in there against guys that he can knock out without a doubt.
There's a way to build up prospect.
Then you're going to turn around and say he's fighting nobodies.
There's a way to build up a prospect. Keyshawn Davis is still fighting nobody.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if they put him in there with somebody and he beats him, you're not going to mention him at all and say, who did he beat? Who cares? And then if he loses, you're going to say, oh, see, I told you they didn't know how to match make. They threw him in there with somebody that can beat him. So that's what you call damned if you do, damned if you don't.
That's just my opinion.
What do you want him to do? Do you want him to put him up against people that have the ability to beat him and test him so he can move to the next level?
You get tested for the
guys that you think that he should beat that he can beat every time. Pick one.
It should be a step-up fight each time, but they have to
he had a step-up fight,
right?
Obviously, that's a step-up fight for him.
I'm seeing a lot of PBC prospects getting knocked out or stopped.
Obviously, a lot of PBC prospects get knocked out. Name them.
I'm saying they're getting stopped.
Name them. Name a lot of PBC prospects.
He just got beat up too.
Rashidi, first of all, Rashidi Ellis. I don't think Rashidi Ellis just got knocked out.
He didn't get knocked out. He got dropped twice.
He lost.
12th round.
I don't even know if he got dropped. He got dropped in the 12th round
twice.
And he's not a prospect. And by the way, he was a golden boy. First of all, he was a golden boy prospect. He was a golden boy prospect.
Rashidi Ellis is golden boy?
Yes, Speedy Rashidi Ellis was golden boy.
The day they fought against Villa.
He was golden boy. Up until he got dropped by Golden Boy because he beat Alexis Rocha.
There you go.
Yes. He beat Alexis Rocha, and then he left Golden Boy, and he went to the PBC because he couldn't get a fight with Golden Boy after he beat one of their prospects, Alexis Rocha. Did you forget that?
Gary Antoine Russell look good though. Gary Antoine Russell has a bright future.
No, so back to the Rashidi Ellis being a prospect that just got knocked out. First of all, Speedy Rashidi Ellis was a contender, not a prospect. He already beat Alexis Rocha. And that was a close fight with Roman. A close fight. That was a narrow win for
Yeah,
Roman,
but
Roman
he
Villa.
still lost. Roman
So
Villa was a
what? People
tailor-made
lose.
fighter. He
You
came over.
you named him a prospect that got stopped.
I said he got dropped twice in
Who
the
is he?
12th
No,
round.
you said they're getting stopped, is what you said. So name the PBC prospects that are getting stopped.
Those are the two I can think of right now.
He didn't get stopped.
There's a couple more, I'm sure.
He didn't get stopped.
Dropped. I'm sorry, dropped.
He didn't
I
get
misspoke.
stopped.
I misspoke.
He didn't get stopped.
You're right.
So who's
Yes.
the second one that got stopped?
I have to think.
You don't. You because you don't know. You don't have to think.
I
You don't
do.
know. You're talking. You're just talking. You don't know. Now,
I
are
don't
you
know.
going to tell me? Now,
Why
let me jump to this next one. Are you going to tell me Monster Inoue is the A side over Gervonta Davis too? Let me just check your temperature for see exactly how far you'll take this ridiculousness. Is Monster Inoue an A side on Gervonta Davis too?
It depends. If you exclude the Ryan Garcia fight, then I would think so. Yeah.
No.
If you
he's
exclude the
nowhere
Ryan
near it.
fight.
Why would you say that?
If you exclude the Ryan Garcia fight.
Why would you? First of all, you can't exclude a fight he had. But if you exclude it, why would you say that?
Because Top Rank ESPN boxing is all across the world.
What are you talking about?
He's known globally on a more global
What
level.
are you talking about?
Tons and tons of sponsors.
Are you stupid? All right, what? He's known globally?
Yes, that's correct. Monster Inoue is going to be a global superstar.
United States of America and Canada and Mexico are on the globe.
Yes, people know Monster.
They don't know who no daggone Monster Inoue is.
The thing is, he's like Pacquiao from Philippines.
No, he's not. He's nowhere near Pacquiao.
He's that in Japan.
Pacquiao fought in the United States.
And so
maybe Pacquiao fought in the United States.
I'm saying he's making his way up. Give him time.
Making his way and being there are two different things. And he's 30. He's 2 years older than Tank. He's been around for years. He fought in the United States way back in 2017. He fought in the United States he fought in the United States in 2021 in a 4,000-seat ballroom. He fought in 2021 in Las Vegas in a ballroom.
Yeah, during the COVID times. Sure.
He fought in 2021 in a ballroom. Gervonta Davis fought during COVID too. You know where he fought? AT&T Stadium.
It depends on what state you were in and their regulations.
It doesn't depend on squat.
COVID
Nobody knows nobody's Monster Inoue in the United States, and we're on the globe.
I said globally. I didn't say
What do you mean globe? We're global.
One country. There's 205.
Canada.
There's
Mexico. The UK. He went to fight in the UK.
You have to look at accolades too and
He fought in
Monster Inoue.
Is it accolades or is it that you're global?
It's both.
Gervonta Davis fought in the UK. He sold out in the UK. That's another continent.
Yeah, but according to you, everybody sells out in the UK.
No, never according to me did I say everybody sells out in the UK.
Yes,
I've never said that.
You said they'll jump up and go watch.
No, I did. I never said that. You lying. I never said that.
You said
I knew that you were going to. Let me help you, son. I knew because you are a bot and a fraud that you and a PR guy, I am thoroughly convinced of it, that you have to make that argument. You have to make that argument. You can't just jump up and say that's not true because that's not your job.
Well, we'll see how big Tank Davis is after this Ryan
Tank is already, we already know how big he is. He sold out 6 stadiums and did $5 million gates in multiple states in the United States of America.
Yeah, you got to.
We already know how big he is.
You got to give him the gates. Yeah.
I got to. What do you mean? I got to give him the gates. The pay-per-views
too. I don't know about the pay-per-views though.
Yeah. Why?
We'll see how he does.
Let me ask you a question. How many pay-per-views? How many pay-per-views did he do? How many pay-per-views did he do against Hector Garcia?
61,000.
You sure about that?
Yeah, go ahead and pull up Showtime's boxing scene. That's ran by Showtime.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Sure, I will. No, you know what I'll do? I'll bring up Dan Rayfield.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Yeah, I got away.
Dan Rayfield said more than 200. And
Dan Rayfield works for Leonard Ellaby, but go ahead.
No, he does not work for Leonard Ellaby. What are you
Because
talking
he
about?
said Deontay Wilder versus Robert Helenius did 71,000 buys. You said that was false.
Who said that?
Rayfield.
Dan Rayfield said it did 71,000?
Yes, and before that, a week before that, Rick Glazer said it did 70,000.
Dan what? No,
Dan
first
Rayfield
of all,
came.
So what?
Dan Rayfield
Dude,
came a week
Dan
after.
Rayfield does not work for Leonard Ellaby, bro.
They're always praising each other on Twitter.
Dude, you're just seriously, bro. You are a bot and a troll.
Something suspect.
Dan Rayfield. So Dan Rayfield's lying. Boxing scenes lying. Both of those guys are lying. They're lying.
Why does
boxing scene is going to lie? Is going to lie on pay-per-view numbers because of why?
Because they work for. They're affiliates of Showtime and PBC.
They're not affiliates. No, they're not. That's a lie. They're not affiliates. No, they're not affiliates.
It's owned by Viacom or whatever that company's name is.
They're not affiliates.
Viacom.
Dude, shame on you, man. Dude, seriously,
brother.
You know you done fucked up, right?
Brother.
You know you done fucked up, right?
Brother.
You know you done fucked up, right? You don't have anybody but Rick Glazer saying 61,000. And he said he has a vendetta out, admitted he has a vendetta out against Al Heyman. Admitted it. And you are sitting there trying to say that a man would go from, Gervonta, just because he fought Ryan Garcia, who had never been on pay-per-view before, who did not sell out a stadium in San Antonio. When
he was doing the highest subscriptions leading up to that fight.
All of a sudden, it jumps from 61,000 to over 1.2 million.
Ryan Garcia had the highest DAZN subscriptions leading up to that fight on DAZN.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did, and that's a fact.
No, he did. That's not a fact. That's you spreading nonsense. That's Canelo. That's Canelo, liar. That's Canelo. Dog, that's Canelo.
Ryan
Canelo got the highest number, the biggest jump of subscriptions when he went there is Canelo. That man is not Canelo. Stop lying. I'm telling you, whoever you guys are, you guys deserve every penny that you're getting paid. For you will, with a bold face, sit up there and say a guy from Japan, that most boxing fans have not seen fight twice. Ain't seen him fight twice. You know why? You know most boxing fans have not even seen him fight twice.
Because they're in the United States.
Because he fights at 4:00 in the morning in the Western Hemisphere.
Did you get up?
Western Hemisphere.
Did you get up to watch that Fulton fight?
This half of the world is the Western Hemisphere. When his daytime, when he fights in Japan, it is the middle of the night in half the world. The half of the world that just so happens to have most of the boxing fans. How in the world can he be this big global star?
He's got multiple sponsors throughout the world.
So what? He's got sponsors that sell products in Japan.
And
they sell products in Japan. Gervonta Davis has a big sponsor too. Who also sells equipment, who also sells in Japan. Doesn't he?
And then another edge that Monster Inoue has is he's undisputed. He's a 4-division world champ, 5-division.
So is Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor ain't no A-side either. But so is Josh Taylor. So is Devin Haney.
Josh Taylor's lost 2 times already.
Josh Taylor was first of all, he's lost once. Josh Taylor was an undisputed champion who was not going to be the A-side on Gervonta. Devin Haney is currently an undisputed champion and is not remotely near.
I'm not saying they're the A-side.
The A-side. So kick rocks on the A-side because you got 4 belts in a weight class where nobody even watches the fight.
Monster's different because he's a star as well as a
Monster Inoue is not. Dude, Monster Inoue is not. He is a domestic star in Japan. He's a domestic star in Japan. Like Casemiro is a domestic as a domestic star in the Philippines. And other fighters from the UK are domestic level stars in the UK. Like Carl Froch was a star in the UK.
Tyson Fury is domestic too, right? And
Tyson Fury is at great point.
Go ahead.
He is not a big star in the United States. No.
He sold more pay-per-views in the Dillian White fight than Tank did against Hector Garcia.
In the UK. And made less money.
In the USA. He sold 100,000.
No, he didn't. That's a lie.
He sold 100,000 against
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie.
Hector Garcia sold 61.
That's a lie.
And he sold 900,000 in the UK.
That's a lie. You're a liar.
With a $15 million gate at
That's
Wembley.
a lie. You're a liar.
So I'm just pulling numbers out.
First of all, Gervonta Davis, first of all, according to anybody that has a decent reputation, Gervonta Davis did between 200 and 250. Not your bullshit 61 that you keep throwing out, that you got from Rick Glazier, who has zero credibility in that regard. And nobody said that Tyson Fury did over 100,000 pay-per-view.
He did near 100,000 in the United States with Dillian White.
That fight was put on
You
in
can
the
look it
United
up.
States on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, on pay-per-view for $70.
Yeah, sure it
close
did.
to 100,000
Sure
buys.
it did. Sure it did. It did 100,000, which is less than half of Gervonta.
Gervonta did 61. And
No, he
the
didn't.
thing
You
is,
lying piece of, stop lying.
Fury did 900,000 in the
Stop
UK
lying.
at $31 a piece.
Stop lying.
And sold
Now
94,000.
you're saying Tyson Fury did more pay-per-views in the United States than he did in the UK. You liar.
What? No.
That's what you
I didn't
just said.
say
You
that.
said he did 900,000. You said 90,000 or 900,000.
900,000 in the UK
Prove
and
it.
close to 100,000.
How do you prove it? They don't even
Frank
put the numbers out.
Frank Warren has said this.
Okay.
Do you watch
hold
IFL
on.
TV?
But hold on. Frank Warren said it?
Do you watch IFL TV?
Hold on. You said
If he's-
Frank Warren said it?
No, he said an exact number. Steven
Frank Warren
Espinoza
said it?
doesn't say
Hold
exact
on.
numbers.
No, let me get this right. Frank Warren said it.
Steven Espinoza doesn't say exact
Excuse
numbers.
me.
Go ahead.
You said for you believe it because Frank Warren said it.
Because he didn't throw a rough estimate.
Excuse me. You believe it because Frank Warren said it. But you don't believe it if Leonard Ellerbe says it.
What number did he give before this Ryan Garcia fight?
Excuse me.
Before the Ryan Garcia fight.
You will believe it when it comes from Frank Warren.
I believe 1.2 million.
But you will not believe it when it comes from Leonard Ellerbe, somebody associated with Leonard Ellerbe or boxing scene.
I believe in the 1.2 million.
Let me tell you, Frank, everything that you said about why people would lie because it's in their self-interest applies to Frank Warren. That is Tyson Fury's promoter. So if you don't believe something that Leonard Ellerbe says, or something that somebody's associated with Leonard Ellerbe says, or something like Boxing Scene, who is one of the most reputable boxing papers that there are as far as facts are concerned, Boxing Scene is second to none in that.
Frank Warren is the horse's mouth. Where's Steven Espinoza?
But you will not believe Boxing Scene, but you'll believe a promoter. But then if I say, well, somebody
because Frank Warren can get sued.
Man, you dudes, you are so dishonest.
Frank Warren can get sued if he puts out a false number.
Wait a minute, stop it. So can Showtime.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they say
stop making shit up, dude. You are such a fucking fraud.
Brother.
No, you are a fraud, man. Why are you such a fraud? How much are they paying you? Cannot do it. You are a fraud.
You're making hasty generalizations again.
I am making a specific statement about
very hasty about you.
That's not hasty nor a generalization. I am calling you a fraud. Specifically you.
Very hasty, brother.
No, it's not hasty. I've been talking to you for months. It's not hasty, and it's not a generalization. You are willing to take Frank Warren at his word, but you're not willing to take anybody distantly associated with the PBC at their word.
If it came out Steven Espinosa's mouth, then yes, I'll believe it. But he's been saying
And
he
Steven
doesn't give an exact
Espinosa,
number.
if you don't believe, if it comes out of Steven Espinosa's mouth, what Steven Espinosa said was he laughed at Rick Glazier. And he said it did more than 100,000 just on digital alone.
He still didn't give an exact number.
That's what he said. So you got to believe him.
He didn't give an exact number.
You got to believe him. You can't pick and choose what you believe.
You can't say what he didn't give
Man,
an exact
stop.
number.
You are such a fucking fraud. What a fraud. What a fraud. You
We're
don't
just having
believe
a
any of this.
conversation, man. Come on.
You don't believe
Sorry.
any of this. You don't believe any of this.
Me and you were having a conversation, man. That's
I'm
all.
having a conversation where I'm telling you, you don't believe anything coming out of your mouth.
I mean, apparently, you know what I believe and what I don't. So.
No, I apparently right. I don't believe that you believe anything coming out of your mouth because you know it is directly contradictory. You cannot say that Frank Warren can be believed, even though it's in his interest to lie.
He gave an exact number.
He didn't give an exact number. He didn't give it, and you're lying about that. Frank Warren. And you're lying about that. But I know you're lying. Frank Warren reveals Tyson Fury pay-per-view numbers reveal. What number did he say? Let's go through this. Let's find it. He said Tyson's Fury fights in the UK and the UK drew more than 3 million subscribers, punters, pay-per-view buys.
This is old. That's old.
Dude.
Oh, 3 million pay-per-view buys, yes.
Dude, no, he didn't say that, dude.
He's including the Wilder fight.
Listen to what the man said. Tyson Fury's pay-per-view fights in the United States and the UK drew more than 3 million subscribers. That's not a seller. Punters.
Pay-per-views.
It's a combined number. That is a combined number. That's not even a real number. That's not even a real number. He combined the number of subscribers.
That is specifically in an interview on IFL TV.
I got time today because you're such a fraud.
On IFL TV.
Tyson Fury, Dillian White pay-per-view buys. According to Ringside,
closer to 100,000.
Excuse me. Frank Warren reported that the broadcast sales for Tyson Fury versus Dillian White in the UK far exceeded 700,000. Not 9, 7.
Interview
earlier, excuse me, fight between the Anthony, whatever. Earlier, unofficial information appeared that the pay-per-view sales for the Wilder White fight in the United States exceeded 100,000. More than the 90,000 that watched the match in May in Wembley Stadium live. So that's not a number.
There you go.
That is not a number from Frank Warren.
The UK number is not the US.
That's not an exact number. He said it did well in excess of 700,000. That's not an exact number.
He said over 850,000.
That's not an exact number.
What is your point, brother?
My point is that you're a lying piece of shit. You said he gave out an exact number, and that's not an exact number.
And I'll find the video and I'll send it to you.
No. I just Googled it. He didn't give an exact number.
You can't find everything on Google. You got to go to YouTube.
He did not give an exact number. And the number that he gave was over 700,000, not over 900,000. And when he said 3 million, he concluded subscriptions.
What subscriptions to what?
I don't know because he wasn't specific.
Because Fury fights on pay-per-view.
Punts, and let me look this up. What does
he
punt
fights
mean?
On pay-per-view?
What does punt mean in the UK? It's a gambler. To risk money or buying something, a punter is somebody that's gambling. So over 3 million people bet on the fight. 3 million people subscribed or did pay-per-view. Man, my God, man, you are a wild boy.
Anyway,
You are you believe, but that's exact, right?
My whole conversation was that Top Rank had a good card, and you just jumped me on to somewhere else.
I did, because you know why I jumped you on that? Because I know what you do. You came over here with a Top Rank commercial. You jumped, and by the way, you should be doing inventory or something right now. It's your work time.
Inventory on Sunday. There's no inventory.
It's your turn. I don't know who doesn't. I know it's your work time.
They're off.
I know. It's
inventories run from Monday through Friday.
Who?
Inventories run from Monday through Friday.
You sure? Because you said it was Saturday when you said you had an inventory.
No, it was Friday.
No, it wasn't. It was Saturday. I said you can show up tomorrow. It's Saturday. You said no. I got to do inventory.
It was Friday.
It was Friday that I said it, and Saturday.
You can check it. You can go back.
I'm not going to check it, but I'm not going to take your word for it either, bro. Because you said that it's 61,000 because you got that number from who? Rick Glazer.
Rick Glazer, yes. Rick Glazer.
But you won't take that word, but you won't take the word of Steven Espinosa, who said it was over 100 just on digital.
See, he's giving rough estimates.
Just like Frank Warren gave a rough estimate.
That's why I told you I have a video.
Like Frank Warren gave a rough estimate, but you were perfectly fine with his.
Funny thing is, you don't even talk about the Pitbull Cruz pay-per-view.
Is it because he's Mexican?
I need to understand. What does that have to do with anything?
Because I don't know. Because I'm trying to figure out why you'll take Frank Warren's word and not Leonard Ellerby's word. And
what are you trying to say?
I don't know.
You trying to say
that's exactly what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to understand. I'm from a lot. If you're telling me,
are you trying to say I'm racist or something?
No, I'm not saying that. I don't know. I'm asking you the question.
I'm darker than you, Fanon.
I know you're not.
Yes, I am.
Okay, sure you are. Show your face so we can prove that.
I swear.
Sure you are.
I'm darker than
you are. Sure you are. Sure you're darker than me. But okay, so what? I don't care. There's Indians. There are a lot of Indians are darker than me.
Whatever.
So what? I just want to know why you're willing to take the word of Frank Martin and not other people who actually have the numbers themselves.
Frank Martin, who's that?
Frank Martin's a boxer.
Yeah, you said Frank Martin.
Yeah, you won't take the word of Frank Martin either. Frank Martin said that he knows that it did 300,000 pay-per-views.
I don't know, man. I just wanted to say that we had some good fights last night.
No. I'm not. Trust me, bro. I'm not letting you slide on that. Don't come over here with the Top Rank commercial, bro. You need to pay me for those commercials. Whoever's paying you for the commercial, they need to tip me for them. Okay? We're not doing that. We gonna fry whoever your boy. We gonna fry your boy Rick Glazer up because you know Rick ain't got. Rick got 41 customers.
47 clients.
He got 47 customers.
He actually brokered two deals.
What's the name of his biggest customer?
He was actually brokered 2 deals when I was on the phone with him.
You was brokering 2 deals while you were on the phone listening to him broker deals?
No, I had to hang up because he had to make some deals.
You sure about that? You know what he's doing on his calls, and he did it twice. Which one did you hang up on? The first or the second?
That's legit, dude, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. I'm sure he is. I'm sure he pays on time too. Dog, how can I get that gig, man? You need to email let me know I can get that gig.
Hey,
I
man,
need to be a ghost troll.
I'm gonna jump up out of here, man.
Ghost troll, bro. What?
I'm gonna jump up out of here. I'll let you.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. That was fun, man.
All
See
right.
you later, dog. I need that gig. Hey, said I just finished watching Valdez versus Vaccaro. Good fight. Oscar not looking his best since Shakur. Yeah, dog. He was just winging with a bunch of that fight. Man, it was Oscar Valdez. I didn't really think it was that good a fight. Tell you the truth, I didn't think it was ridiculous. It was overly competitive. I thought it was a rock and solid. You're gonna have fight of the year with cards of 120 and what were the cards like 120, 108 or something? How you have fight of the year where there's no mystery in who's winning the fight the entire time, and you just have Oscar Valdez? You just have Oscar Valdez winging with left hooks and right hooks. I'm not buying that, bro. I'm not buying it. I know that I think we've got fight of the year here. Bro, them bots are funny, dog. Those bots are funny, man. It was okay. It got redundant. Yeah, it was the same, dude. It was the same thing over and over and over again. Oscar Valdez couldn't miss him. I mean, dude couldn't miss him with a uppercut from like 10 feet away. Man, that shit was hilarious to me, man. Rock'em Sock'em. Yeah, I mean, it was a fun fight. It was fun to watch. It was fun to watch, but let me see who else fought. Like, then shoot, I thought Jaron in his Jaron is versus what's his name was a better fight. Romy and Villa. Who else was a better fight, bro? Man, how was it a better dude? How was that a better fight than Vasily Lomachenko and Devin Haney? Now that I think about it, that was a better fight. Yeah, that was a better fight. For sure, that was a better fight. That was a much better fight to boot. Not even just a little better fight. That was a much better fight. Frank Martin versus that other guy was a better fight. Gee, that man, honestly, yeah, that was a better fight. Boxing Please said, sounds like typical Rick Glazier top rank ring IQ, a dumb, no IQ propaganda. They have to be paying them well, dogs. I don't know what they paying them. I hope they paying them per troll. Boxing Please, because I just knew I made him have to talk about it. I made him have to talk about it. I now know what I'm going to do to King every time. I'm going to take him right to a top rank talking point every time. I'm going to make him defend it. That is what I'm going to do every time now. Every time now, I'm doing that. Every Zenith 360 in that super chat, brother. Thank you so much for that support, bro. He said fans don't want to see matchmaking on TV. That's why Top Rank is suffering. Fans paying for sparring matches as main events that we already know who wins. They claim fighters protect their own, then trash them when they don't. Exactly, bro. Dog, man, I'm swear, bro. That kid King, bro. That kid Jason. What's his name again? Justin? Man, that kid Justin, bro. Hey, I'm going to do it to you every time, dog. Just so you know, every time you get on this channel, I'm going to take you and make you talk about a top-ranked talking point, bro. Every time. If Bob Arum says something ridiculously hypocritical, I'm going to make you defend it, bro. Man, y'all some wild boys, man. Man, y'all some wild boys, dog. Justin Glazier said, man, I was on the phone with him. Hey, man, I hope IOU jump back on, bro. That dude right there, man. Hey, click the link, IOU. Where you at? I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk for 3 minutes straight. If you click that link, IOU. I promise you, I'll let you talk for 3 minutes straight. 3 minutes straight, I'll let you talk. Will not mute you. You got 3 minutes. John Hill said, these bots giving you work. But now, what do you mean by giving me work? Dog, that shit wasn't no work. Look, man, running your mouth and hoping somebody believes you is not work. Okay? Running your mouth and hoping somebody believes you is not work, bro. You got to show respect to Trayvon for stepping up for a risky fight. That's why people like Showtime, you never know what you will get. Yeah, man. You know, man, these dudes ain't got nothing, would never said nothing about that fight if the dude hadn't lost. Matter of fact, watch this. Kamal Oz in the building said, my thoughts on Gary Russell Jr. versus Tank fight. That's who I hope he fights next. I hope he does fight him next. Much love in that super chat, brother. That's exactly why I hope he fights next, is my thoughts on that. That is exactly who I hope he fights next. That guy right there. Gary Russell Jr. Gary said he's going to move up and fight some of these bigger guys. That's what he's going to do. That's what I hope he does. And I'm glad he took a long time off. Get his shoulder right. All of that. That's exactly what I want him to do. Keyshawn going to be protected for the foreseeable future, man. Let me tell you, bro. We're all going to see what takes place later down the road. But honestly, man, I wish nothing but for the best for Top Rank. Because I can't speculate on what's down the road for Top Rank. Because you know, because I got a lot of respect for Bob Arum. Got a lot of respect for Bob Arum. But when Bob Arum, let me put it this way, when Bob Arum like fully retires, then we'll see what happens with Top Rank. Then we'll see what happens with Top Rank. Top Rank, lousy promotion, lousy fights. Shakur needs to leave. Now, let Shakur stay right over there. Let Shakur stay right over there. Stay where you are, dog. Stay where you are. Man, Shakur can fight, bro. But God, dog, he can be real obnoxious. No, I mean, like, but he knows his fighting too, man. You know what I mean? Like, but just odd. It's like those dudes to me are odd. They're odds. They're odd. Top Rank, lousy promotion. Yeah, no doubt. Keyshawn, they don't promote. They're promoting Bob. You know what they consider they're promoting? What that dude King is, what that dude Justin is doing. That's how they promote. These dudes have to be in these comment sections. They got to be in this comment section. I need one more, bro. He said Shakur is perfect where he is. He didn't exactly endear himself to Al and Steven Espinoza. Yeah, he goes into the, like, I don't ever appreciate these dudes be talking about my guy. It's a 50-year-old man. Bro, will you stop talking to people like that, man? But it is what it is, man. He kind of lost me when he turned Puerto Rican for a day. You know what I mean? He kind of lost me on that. Like, he went with that. And it's like, dog, you know you're being phony, right? Like, I know you're being phony. You know you're being phony. It's kind of phony. But he's got to do something. Here's a pre-Madonna. What do you mean a pre-Madonna? Like before Madonna or a prima donna? It's prima donna. Yeah, they hire haters in the media and the social media. Yeah, bro. Like, dude, these cornballs got a social media onslaught going on against me on Twitter in a vacuum, bro. You know what I mean? In a vacuum, as if I give a rat's ass what you say about me over there on Twitter, bro. Twitter's first of all, Twitter's dead. For now, what's next for Gary Antoine Russell and your kin? I don't know, man. He could fight Matias. I don't know, man. I think he's gonna get a championship shot soon. 16-0 with 16 knockouts. Hey, man. But I guess he needs to prove himself. Zenith, let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you, man. I don't know, Zenith. Like, let me tell you how I was raised. You black. He's an American Negro. He does not, nobody in his family that he's ever spoken to or knows. He said he met his father. He met his father. He wasn't raised with his father. And yes, that's his father, and his father is Puerto Rican. But dude, do you know how many black Puerto Ricans there are? How many black Puerto Ricans there are? I got a nephew. His father is Cuban. They're black. And they're Cuban. Definitely Cuban, like for real, like straight first generation in the country straight from Cuba. Got to the United States around the same time. He got to the United States. The father got to the United States in between Guillermo Rigondeaux and Robesi Ramirez. Got here the same way they got here. He's black. Now, I have not met his father, but if his father's Puerto Rican, more than likely he got a little Negro in him. And in the United States, that makes you black, unless you're from the country, you're from the island of Puerto Rico, in which makes you Puerto Rican. He's claimed Puerto. He did not claim Puerto Rican. Guillermo Maldonado. He specifically said he was not Puerto Rican. That is Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson said in the past, I am not Puerto Rican, I'm black. I don't want to front, I'm black. That's what he said. And then after Top Rank wanted to put a Puerto Rican flag behind him and try to sell him as a Puerto Rican fighter, that's when he started waving a Puerto Rican flag. Now, if you Puerto Rican, man, a Puerto Rico, do your thing. Don't mind, do your thing. He said he was of Puerto Rican descent, did not. Brother, I'm of Greek descent. I'm not Greek. I'm of Cuban descent. I'm not Cuban. I'm black. That's where I was raised. That's my culture. Black American. First of all, I'm American. Number one, I'm American. Number one, I'm black. Number two, I'm an American. I'm an American. I'm not African American. I'm American. I hate when people call me African American. I can't stand the phrase. Can't stand the phrase. Never liked it when they started putting that on us in the 90s. I can't stand that phrase. And nobody really uses it unless they're talking about a census or trying to be polite. Never liked it. I'm black. And guess what? I'm American, period. I don't need to be black American. I don't need none of that. I got a driver's license right here. I got a driver's license right here. I'm a United States citizen and no less a United States citizen than anybody else. I don't need your hyphen. I don't need your hyphen. You are creating different classes of Americans when you do that. I didn't show my address. I covered the whole thing up. Yeah, hold on one second. I'm going to make sure I didn't. I know I didn't. I covered that mug. I'm an American, and I maintain that. Hey, can we get the likes over 350, man? Give me a second to hit the likes. Get the likes over 350. If you wouldn't mind. But, of course, Boots, man, Boots ain't fighting him. Man, look, there are more black people in Brazil than are in the United States. Black is about the diaspora. You didn't show up, and I thank you, brother. I was just making sure. I didn't think I did. I thought I covered damn near the whole thing. Only thing I let kind of show was Texas. Dude, being black is about the diaspora. It's about being a descendant of Africa. That's what being black is about for me. It's about, yes, absolutely. The entire lineage of my family, it comes from there. It does. A lot of it does. And that's the one I'm most proud of and most connected to and care the most about. But that's about the diaspora. That's about every descendant of Africans. Whether they're in Canada, Brazil, the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, the UK, Zambia, doesn't matter. All of that is stuff. It's all that. But when we talk about where I am from, I'm from the United States of America. I'm an American. That is my citizenship. That's what I am. I'm an American citizen. And the whole issue about being a second-class citizen is that I don't want to be a different type of citizen than you are. So you're always going to have second class citizens if you have asterisks before citizen, before American. Oh, I'm a Mexican American. I'm an African American. White people don't call themselves European Americans. They call themselves Americans. They're the only ones that call themselves Americans. Everybody else got to have an asterisk. I'm an Indian American. I'm a Native American. I'm a Chinese American. No, man, I'm an American, which means that I can say what I want to say about my country. I can say what I want to say about my country. The law didn't make me look at. Common sense tells me every relative that I know that I live earned their living and got their money out of the United States of America, fed themselves, every house, every roof, every birth, every death, for as long back as it can be traced in the United States. My family has been here. So why in the world would I not claim the United States as where I'm from? Why? Because there's some people out there that don't like me, that think, oh, you're black, you're not as good as me. Dude, that's the whole point. I'm an American citizen the same as you. You should not have any rights that I don't have. And I shouldn't have any rights that you don't have. I deserve not to be mistreated. I deserve to be treated fairly under the law. I deserve that because I'm a U.S. citizen. That's what I believe. All the rest of that stuff about like caring about international relations, that's all fine and dandy. Black is that's because we're all over the world. Because there's black people everywhere. But if you're from Canada, you're a Canadian. Don't let them make you something separate. Thank you very much, T. Orlando. And I do believe in the Constitution. And what you need to do is you need to actually apply it equally, which you cannot do if you keep calling yourself some subsection of the population. Lead it great. I'm not getting back to boxing. You get back to boxing. Get a boxing channel. Get a boxing channel, and then you start telling me what I'm going to talk about. I'm not getting back to, what do you mean get back to boxing? Talk about whatever I want to talk about. I mean that. I'm a patriot of the United States of America. Proud. I had a flag right out there outside my house. What's going on, Money Brown TV? I got a flag right outside my house. You will never hear me talk bad about the United States of America. Their foreign policy I'll talk about, and how we need to leave people the fuck alone. You know what I mean? And we need to start investing our money on us. Like, dude, why are we spending $1 billion over there? Of my money, I pay taxes my entire life. Why is it going to Ukraine? That is a conversation that an American citizen can have about where their money goes. But you can't have that conversation. You can't have that conversation if you're not a United States citizen. You don't have to vote. That's not part of the law. You do not have to vote. I pay taxes. That's more important than voting. And do I like Joe Biden? No, I didn't vote for nobody. If you ask me who I voted for, no, I would never vote for Joe Biden. Wouldn't vote for Trump either. Dudes really don't mention your dad. I mean, he can mention his dad's side all he wants. For now, my boy Crawford finally getting his flowers. Y'all know you will come up census. Dude, first of all, you can kick rocks, bro. Where are you coming from? Talking about he's now just getting it. Terrence Crawford has been getting flowers on this channel for at least his entire career. You Johnny-come-lately ass people, y'all gonna come around? You guys are just coming around. You all are coming around. I'm not coming around. I've been here. I've been known. How many years have I said that man is the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world? How many years? Years. I said it since the day Andre Ward retired. From the day Andre Ward retired, I challenge any of you bozo ass, Johnny come lately, fake ass Terrence Crawford fans to click the link. I mop you guys every time because all you do is point to what you think I mean in a thumbnail that has 2 to 3 words in it tops, or a title that has a question on it, talking about somebody else's opinion, but want to float around here talking about y'all coming to your senses. And you can't even make that point, bro, if you don't say that you're an American. Larry Terry in the building. And I mean it. That's why I got respect for police officers. I got respect for the military. Dog, being a citizen gives you the right to criticize your country. And it honestly kind of gives you the responsibility to criticize it. None of this, oh, get in line and vote, and after that, shut up. Show me your voter's card. If you didn't vote, show me your voter's card. Then you got this idiot dude running for I swear, bro, I think I might have said the only borderline racist shit that I've said in my life. I swear, bro, I don't like these dudes coming from. Some of these dudes, I don't like these dudes. I ain't gonna lie, bro. There's some dudes I do not like. I don't like them, don't like them, don't. By and large, bro, there's one group of people, man, that literally you got to prove something to me before I'm willing to trust you at all. And I mean that. It's all them dudes coming over there from India. Dude, especially the ones running for office. Ooh, they are the biggest Uncle Toms on the planet. They are the biggest Uncle Toms on the face of this earth. Did you ever, I don't even want to say the name of this presidential candidate that wants to get rid of. This dude is a first generation dude from India. Talking about how we need to get rid of Juneteenth as a national holiday. First of all, you can get rid of all those holidays. I don't care. I ain't celebrating not near none of them. However, bro, this clown. Let me see. Watch this. Watch this. I got to make sure. I'm just going to check this. You come from somewhere that has a significantly higher poverty rate, significantly bigger population, and significantly bigger percentage of people living in poverty, and a significant larger number of people in your country. The number of people living in poverty in India is 269 million. It's 269.8 million people live in India. That people that live in poverty in India. The United States population is only 331 million. There are 229 million Indians living in poverty. And he got enough nerve to come over here and talk to us about what black people need to do. Why are you leaving India to come here? Why are you coming over here? I'm perplexed. You leave it, your country where your parents were from, have almost 300 million people living in poverty. And you got enough nerve to talk about black people in the United States and what we need to celebrate. And we got ourselves out of slavery. They still got a caste system over there in India. They still got untouchables in India. My question for them is, dude, what are you talking about? You got 300 million people in your own country. Where you coming from living in poverty? And you coming over here preaching. Maybe you should go back there, take your money back over there. I don't know if there being any Indian United States presidents. I know all kind of black doctors and all kind of black lawyers, all kind of black Indians, engineers, mayors of cities, CEOs of companies. We got all kind of people doing all kind of good stuff. But you want to focus on what black people do, the Dalits, exactly. You want to focus on what black people are doing that are not successful as you are. How about I go talk to India and I start talking down to the 300 million people that can't afford to drink this water I got with lemon in it? Well, that's because of the American people. Yeah, exactly. It's because of people that have been in the United States busting their ass for 400 years. You're very welcome, sir. You're very welcome. I'll be laughing at that shit. I laugh at that shit. I laugh at that shit. Why they get rid of it? Once again, I can't wait for them to get rid of those ACT scores. Can't wait for them to get rid of those SAT scores. Can't wait for you to get rid of those, for them to get rid of all those SAT scores. So we see how in the world how you cope with the loss of ACTs and SAT scores. James Wade, oh my God, Terrell W said, we're here to listen to Fanon talk regardless of the topic. Thank you, brother. Because, and that means a lot to me. Thank you. And I said, I've been MMA. What's up, James Wade? For a few weeks, just showing some love. Salute, my brother. Thank you, bro. I know. I appreciate it, man. There's a lot of people who have been MIA, trying to recover, trying to lick them Terrence Crawford wounds. Without criticism, how much we grow as a country. Without criticism, how can we grow as a country? You're absolutely right, Fanon. Proud to serve our country, but we need more of this. Absolutely. If you're a citizen, you need to be involved in speaking your opinion to whoever can hear it. And one of the biggest problems are the political parties. Any of them. If you put a party together, dog, I'm not trying to hear that shit. People ask me, what are you, a Democrat, a Republican, a Libertarian? None of that shit. I'm a Blackwell, and I'm the head of my party. And I've got a wife over there, and I've got a kid over there, and I got another kid up there, and that's my party. I'm the party of the Blackwell Party. And we are going to engage in every activity we possibly can to ensure our success in life. That's my political party. My damn family. That's it. Outside of my family, do what you want to do. Because I'm not about to run around here wasting my time talking to y'all a bunch of crap that's going to turn out the same way anyway. And you know it is. And you know it is. I recognize the country I fought for. Hey, thank you, Mike. Hey, Michael Dimps, thank you, brother. Red said that's how it should be, Fanon. Everybody On the micro level, we're good to the people around them. The world will be much better. Yep. Fanon, they're not going to cancel me. How are they going to cancel me? There's nothing I said that's cancelable. For what? Saying I'm a proud American? How? I'm a proud American. I'm proud to be American. Absolutely, positively am. Proud of it. Proud to be able to pay my taxes. Proud of it. Proud to be able to work and talk to other young men. Don't talk to young ladies. I just don't do that. And be able to raise my family and have my children go out into the world and be constructive members of their community. Constructive and productive members of their community. I'm proud that my son does not have a criminal record. I'm proud that my daughter is a college graduate and somebody that is engaged in a constructive career, embarking on a constructive career. I'm proud of that. Salvi said, salute Fanon, he's definitely anti-black. What they're doing is they're making a big mistake, is what they're making. He doesn't have a sense of history, a real sense of history. I'm not talking about the history that's in the history books. I'm talking about you don't have a real sense of history. That's his problem. You don't have a real sense of history. You may know the dates that things happened. You may read, but you don't get a sense of it because you're not from here yet. This happens with second generation and third generation Africans. When first of all, let me say something about Nigerians. They are some of the smartest people on this planet. God dog, they're smart. Like they are some of the most, and I mean this, dude. There's Nigerian cats that are they are humblingly intelligent. Those Nigerians. I went to school with Nigerians. I've been around Nigerians. And when these cats are on their schoolwork, bro, I'm telling you, man, ain't nobody smarter than them. I mean, you may be as smart, but God dog, they're smart. Really smart people. And when they come to their first generation comes to the United States, they have a view that they're better than the black people that are here. By and large, they get that attitude. A lot of them have that attitude. They look down on black Americans. But the longer they stay in the United States and they have kids, and then their kids have kids, the kids that had kids are right there with black people. Right there like, yeah, you got that right. Why? Because you've been raised here your entire life and now you're 3 generations in and you've seen what's happened. Well, you've seen what's happening. You know what this is. I can predict to you that they're going to get rid of the ACT and SAT scores, and those that people that call themselves Asians are going to suffer because of that. And the reason that they're going to suffer it is because they build into a fallacy. We know the truth. We know that you know the law. We know the spirit of the law. You know the law because you read the law. You hear the law. You hear it repeated. We know the spirit of the law, which tells us we know what they're going to do with the law. And what they're going to do with the law is they're going to make it work for the establishment in the United States. The same establishment that has been the establishment in the United States since we got here. It's going to work for the European American. Whatever rule they're doing, whatever things they're doing, it is going to be for the unified strength of the European. Because that's why we speak a European language. That's why we have European dress. That's why we have European holidays. That's why we have all that. Even Juneteenth is a celebration of a decision made by the Europeans. And that's what he doesn't even understand. It's what he doesn't understand. What Juneteenth really celebrates in the eyes of the European is a celebration of their maturity and how they changed what they were before. So they make it a holiday. This is the day that the slaves were freed. Vivek, you dumbass, who freed them? The European freedom. The European freed them. Right? That's a celebration of the progression of the European. as much as it is a signifying moment in the progress of the African. The spirit of the law is important. You have test scores so they could keep smart black kids out. Oh, we see you get these good grades in school, but we really don't know how good your school system is. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a standardized test. And you're going to have to prove to us to get into these schools that you actually learned the things in the school that we know are underfunded. So it was a barrier to entry for first generation college students whose parents did not go to school. Parents were sharecroppers. They were manual laborers. They dropped out of school, many of them either literate or functional illiterate. In my lifetime, the majority of the college graduates that I know that are black are first generation college graduates, where we're competing against Europeans in America who have been college educated since the 1700s. That's what the civil rights movement was supposed to be about. Equal funding to education so that we could build up that gap with the people who were in our history. It was illegal for us to read and write, punishable by death to be educated. And it took a transition. So they put something in the Constitution, or they put something in the law that allowed us to kind of try to catch up a little bit. Let them in. Take into consideration that we made it illegal for them to do this. And so we know they're a little bit behind. So let them in. So we got in and we excelled. Got in and excelled. Nobody's arguing about whether or not black students, when they get to Harvard or they get to Princeton, perform when they're there. They're not flunking out in great numbers. They get there. They deserve to be there. They stay there. They contribute. They become presidents. They become judges. They become CEOs. They become entrepreneurs. They become doctors. They become lawyers. They have always succeeded out of these schools. So why now do you question whether or not they should get in? It wasn't about their performance. It was about other people wanting to compete against them and say, hold on, but we have better test scores than them. Why does he get in just because he's black? Well, the reason he didn't get in just because he's black, he got in because there was a consideration made for the journey that he took getting here, having to literally crawl up out of a prison, and illiteracy and subjugation to be able to become a productive member of society that we are citizens of. And what Vivek does is make the silly mistake to think that that's not going to affect you because you have brown skin. They're not going to differentiate. You're blacker than me. What's going to wind up happening is you're going to start, and this has already happened in California. What's going to happen is they're going to get rid of the tests altogether. And then you will not be able to get on because you aced a test. Why? Because you're going to beat the Europeans in those tests. And the European parents do not care that you got a higher score than their kid. They want their kid in the school. So they will rewrite the rules like they always do. And how do we know that? Because that's what we've experienced over and over and over again. If you don't, it's the law for now. Let's just go through the legislative process and we're going to institute it. And now we're going to change the rules. And now that we've changed the rules, you live by the rules. And what's the rules going to be? The rules going to be that you can study as you want on these SATs and all of that. It's not going to make a difference because all you can get is an A. All you can get is an A. And your A at your school is not going to mean any more than the A at the black kid's school. And it's not going to mean any more than the A at the white kid's school. So the fact that your parents are engineers and math is second nature to them, and they very probably come from a better educational system than we have here, don't think they're going to let you keep that advantage just because you tried to sell us down, just because you sold other brown people down the river. And that's exactly how it's going to turn out. Exactly. Just like it turned out that way with my Middle Eastern brothers who learned that as well. Because in the 1970s, they were the hottest thing. They were the hottest thing smoking. Gas stations all over the place. They had partnerships to bring oil to the United States, all of that. All over kind of different neighbors. They had all neighborhoods. They had all of these Saudi Arabian, Yemen. They had all kind of people doing these gas stations. What do they got now? They got Citgo. They got Quick Mart. And you guys are talking about brown discrimination now. Those same people that would laugh at us and say, why don't you get your act together, are now people begging the world to stop bombing them out of existence. You keep thinking you know who you are. We know who we are. And we know the people we've been living with for a long time. And you all make dumb decisions. You are penny-wise and pound stupid. Penny-wise and pound stupid because India is different. India doesn't have enough white people for there not to be successful Indians there on the top, taking advantage of other people. Just like that's the case in the Caribbean. Jamaicans, that's like that in Jamaica. There's just not enough white people for some of them not to get uppity. Or Haiti. But in the United States, where they are going to make sure they're 50, 60% of the population, you better believe they holding on to it. Real quick things. Hey, my guy, Cluster Johnson said, you're in your intellectual bag this morning. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. I just wanted to talk a little bit something other than boxing. What's going on, Kamal? How you feeling, bro?
Hey, glad that you're talking, man. This is vintage Fanon. This is why I tune in, bro. I just wanted to share my thoughts. I get, as my name indicates, got some Middle Eastern in me. So I had some friends who were from the Middle East or whatever, and some of those people are the most racist people you'll ever meet. They talk horribly about black people. So I could kind of dabble in both worlds. I get the racism directed from, me being, of course, African-American, but also, I can kind of blend in the Middle Eastern circles. And I would say a lot of the worst racism directed towards blacks and Hispanics is usually coming from people from the Orient, especially from China. The Chinese immigrants have the highest rate of interracial marriage in America. And there's just a lot of racism. They instill in their kids, a lot of them, not everyone, a lot of them instill in their kids, hey, look, when we come to America, you're better than blacks or you're better than Hispanics. They're like lowest on the totem pole. But I just appreciate you talking about this phenomenon and educating people about this because this is a subject matter that is not covered enough. Corporate media will have you and me, try to have you and me hate Russia, but they won't cover how, and I know you know this, Fanon, they won't cover how the African students, when they were in Ukraine and they were trying to leave Ukraine and go to Poland and go to the neighbors, the Ukrainians were preventing the blacks from leaving, and the neighboring countries were accepting all the white Ukrainians, but they weren't accepting the Africans. Corporate media will have you and me know when somebody has a mere nosebleed in Ukraine, but they won't talk about the civil war in Sudan, which is much worse than anything going on in Ukraine. They won't talk about the Congo, which has been in a despair for years and years and years. That's why I keep on focusing, Fanon. One of the things I talk about when I get on here is because I try to tell you guys about how corporate media is so destructive and such it lies so much that they will have you and me, people that if we were in Ukraine, they wouldn't have let us be refugees and get out of there as black people, because that happened in Ukraine, both from the external countries who were accepting refugees and then from the Ukrainians who wouldn't let black people board the trains out of there. But they want the White House and Biden, who's pumping $200 billion in there, they want us to be upset and hate Russia more when there's worse stuff going on in Africa. And so I would just say this, Fanon, there's probably, with all the illegals streaming over the border, there's probably 350 million people in America by now. And so, thank you for talking about all this. I'm someone who has a unique experience. I've some of the worst racism I've ever faced, as an African American, has actually been at the hands of immigrants. So I think there's nothing worse and dirtier than someone who comes from another country and thinks that they're better than the people that are here. I would love to get your thoughts on that, Fanon, especially about if you followed that news about how blacks were treated in Ukraine and with the refugees. And with that, I'm out. Thanks.
All right. So for me, real quick, let me get these super chats, bro. My man James Wade said, big difference between his story and history. You got exactly. Man, you got to be able to use that to know what people about to do. He said, hey, Big Dog Willie said, Devin punched harder than Tyson because Bill said so. You know what it is. And Big Dog Willie, one of my favorite trolls, said, happy Fanon, happy Sunday because Lord Haney has spoken. Yes, sir. And Terry Schmoot in the building. What's going on, brother?
No, we'll do Fanon, you were on one. This is the Fanon that we like. This is the one that we like, how you're kicking straight knowledge. I was just jumping back in just briefly because Bobo and a few other people in the chat, they had asked in regards to how you were speaking about the education system. So just briefly, this upcoming academic year for 2023-2024, the SAT and ACT is no longer needed nationwide. So it started last year in California, and we were the African Americans. We're the ones that had the highest increase once we took it away. We got 54% more students into the UC system and the Cal State system than any other ethnic or whatever demographic group you want to consider it. So actually, it does benefit us more. But Fanon was right. Taking it away is actually going to impact a lot of those immigrants and everything else like that. So I wanted you to keep going, Fanon. I just wanted to chime in and let everybody else know.
Yeah, no worries, man. I'll definitely keep going on that. I mean, it's fun for me. It's like a day off when I talk about these things. To talk about what Kamal says, look, man, in one of the recent examples as far as that stuff goes is what's going on in Niger. I've been paying more attention to Niger because Niger just had a coup d'etat in Niger, and the French are in Niger is a former colony of the French, and the citizens of Niger are literally running around with Russian flags, waving Russian flags, because Russia forgave, I don't know how much debt it was, but a lot of debt. Putin forgave the debt because he figured that the debt was never going to get repaid. And if he forgave the debt, then they would be more willing to allow them to build infrastructure. So why the United States in Africa, and when they're talking to the African leaders, are pushing LGBTQ, Russia is pushing investment, debt forgiveness, investment, and military training. And the Africans are going for the military training and saying that the LGBTQ issue is not our issue. So again, but as a United States citizen, this is where I will stand as a United States citizen and somebody that is from the United States. I would say that I wish that the United States would take the same route. Push for debt forgiveness and investment in infrastructure and military training and help Africa recover from the ravages of slavery and colonialism that has taken place over the last 400 years. And that would be best business for us. I think that's the smartest thing that we couldn't do. The only problem with that is because the majority of the United States thinks of, whether they think about it consciously or subconsciously, they think of the United States as a European nation. They think of it as a European nation. They behave as if it's a European nation and unioned with European nations. They see Africa and the development of Africa as a competition with them instead of an opportunity to grow and develop a relationship with the richest area in the world. The Congo, material-wise, from what I understand, the Congo is the richest place in the world in raw materials. But Niger is rich in uranium. But yet, despite the fact that it's rich in uranium, it's a ridiculous percentage of people that don't have electricity in Niger. but they export the uranium to France, where France should be able to then produce cheap electricity for its people, but it doesn't. Their cost of electricity is the same relative to everywhere else in Europe, even though they have access and could most definitely give a lot of free electricity to their own people. So to me, these guys are all about business, but the business is keeping Europeans at the head of the business. And I think that but as a United States citizen, I say, well, look, man, that's not a priority of mine. My priority is, look, man, if we got $20 billion to go over there, then we got $20 billion to educate our kids for free. $200 billion, we could be putting everybody through college. We could be putting everybody through trade schools. We could be building all kind of stuff that we could do. We could be sitting back, maxing, relaxing. But it's just where I come from with all of that. But everything that I'm doing and think about, I look at it from the point of view that I'm an American. But if I behave like I'm an African, I'm not an American, then how can I tell other Americans what Americans should do and what's in America's interest if I'm talking about what's in Africa's interest? I think black people in the United States need to align American issues with those of with themselves. And mistreating of people with color is not in our best interest. It's in our best interest to ensure that people in color outside of the United States are treated equally. They're not mistreated, because then that will allow that to take place for us. That's what I think. But all of that stuff, really, it's fun to listen to. At the end of the day, bro, the politics of a super chat is more important. Thank you, brother, for supporting the channel. There's all kind of things they could do, but that we could do for ourselves. Real politics is never about equality, fairness, and etc. It is for some people, but I get your point. That's just my take. Anybody want to talk boxing right now? Look, man, I've known Chinese, man. These good people. Not a lot of drama, but we get a lot of bad press. We got a lot of buffoons in our community. We got a lot of buffoons in our community. A lot of buffoonery going on. A lot of buffoonery. That's why I don't like buffoons. I really don't like buffoons. They irritate me. You can be dead. You can not know what's going on, but you can still behave in a manner in which you carry yourself with respect. There's a lot of young black men that are buffoons and minstrels, chasing the new stupidity of the day, and they're embarrassing. Dude, hip hop is embarrassing. You say what you want. That shit's embarrassing. Supremely skilled and extremely gifted and talented people. But overall, a lot of buffoonery. Highly skilled and entrancing buffoonery. To me, the hip hop community it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. To me, and that's what they see. Well, you want to know they don't. A lot of reasons why people don't like us because look what you keep doing. You keep putting pictures up of yourself, bragging about shooting up and killing everybody. And you make songs about it where you call your own self. You call your own self over and over and over again in front of anybody that you see a racial epithet. That's not holding it. That's who would want to be you? And who would want to be you? At the end of the day, who would want to be you? I don't want to be that. If that's all you show me, that's not what I want to be. Or you're asking me, and then you go from something that I wouldn't want to be, somebody shooting and killing and selling this and selling that and bitch this and you know what I mean, to somebody that has something that you'll never get, right? Which is some billionaires worth of Lamborghinis and Bugattis. You're stuck between something you don't want to be and something you'll never get. It's quite the dichotomy, wouldn't you say? And it's something you should turn off. I'm so glad. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I got on my son a lot about that. I'm like, man, you got to get this trash out your ear. I used to beg my son, get this trash out your ear. Like only so much of this, because I listen to it, let him listen to his own music in the car. I'll be like, dog, look, man, this shit is terrible you're listening to. Perks and this and that and this itch, this and that. I was like, this is terrible. This is terrible to put in your ear. The beat is nice. The rhyme schemes are nice. But this is absolute positive filth you're putting in your ear. And I don't want it. I'd rather listen to some country bumpkin talking about my achy breaky heart. I'd rather listen to that. Because at least then it's like I listened to a country music song when I was in 7-Eleven this morning. And it literally was basically they took whoever wrote it really just did a redo of that Michael Jackson's the Jackson 5 song that said, stop, the love you say may be your own. You know, that song that stop, the love you say may be your own, or he better treat you right. I don't know what he's doing. He better treat you right. If not, oh, I'll be there. That's what I'll be there. I'll be there to protect you. I'll be there for this. If he ever steps, understand I'll be there, right? If he ever mistreats you, I'll be there for you. This country song basically was saying the same thing. And I was like, God, dog, I'd way rather listen to this than talk about how many people you killing in the south side of Chicago. Yes, rappers have a lot of influence and they brag about it. They say we drive the culture. No, they're driving the culture. They're just paying you to be buffoons. And I don't even like it I'm telling you, I don't even mess with that on a YouTube channel. Black people buffooning. Did you ever see that movie, Soldier Story, with Denzel Washington and Adolph Caesar, where Adolph Caesar talked about that guy that was singing and dancing and doing all of that, talking about a monkey, basically talking about how they made these white boys, made him put a tail and dance like a monkey. Dog, I was like, dog, I can relate. I can so much relate, bro. For now, do you think Errol needs to get back with Blu-ray? I don't know. That's not my decision. That's not my interest. And I think, honestly, I think the conversation is a little self-serving. He said, come on. I said, that's correct. Biden is pushing the rainbow flag and 10 gender diplomacy in Africa. We overthrow Gaddafi and give jihadists free reign. France and America are pulling up while Russia's fighting terrorists. Look, man, they're trying to feminize the Black African so that they will not have so many children. They are supremely talented people who are just stuck in confusion. I listened to a wonderful speech that was a lecture that was given about ethnic groups and languages and the need to get rid of the state lines that were ratified in the 1960s by the African Union. You know, it is what it is, bro. Yeah, Soldier Story is a classic. That's how I think about anybody buffooning. Yeah, y'all thought I wasn't faking when I was saying that kid was upsetting me yesterday. Because what he was saying was literally, it was so ridiculous that you're smarter than that. You have to be smarter than that. Just telling you, man, if all of that stuff, all of hip hop needs to go. Every last bit of it needs to go. Every last bit of it should be balled up and thrown out. All of it. All of it. I don't think any of it's worth anything. It's about, if it's not about that, I mean, not all of it. Let me get back. There are some people out there that I'm sure that are doing really good work. Don't get me, I'm sure there are. I don't listen to it close enough to say that. So I can't say all of it. But I will say a whole lot of it needs to be, you should not let your kids listen to that. Any more than you should let your kid, you should not let your kids listen to Chief Keef, or music like that. Any more than you should let them sit up. You should let them sit up and drink vodka before they go to school. I don't think you should do any more. I don't think you should do any more than the other. I'm telling you, my son, I'm so glad he doesn't listen to all that stuff anymore. I mean, he listens to it, but he's listened, like he'll listen to all kind of stuff. I'll screw around and listen to Patti LaBelle. I'm like, oh God, man, thank you, Lord. And shoot, and a lot of you kids are going to get anger issues from listening to that music. That shit will make you want to shoot somebody. Man, I wouldn't let, man, seriously, man, Cardi B is an idiot. Like, Cardi B is terrible. Megan Thee Stallion is terrible. Megan Thee Stallion is terrible. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm going to get up out of here, man. Thank y'all for coming by today. No joke. Thank you. I'm sorry I had to do a little bit of a free one today. I know, thank you for the people that did support. I really do appreciate it, but I'm going to get out of here a little early. You guys have a wonderful day. And with that, I'm out. Dos Equis.